What's up, Javier, Max? Fuck yourself. You always make it seem so awkward when I start the intro. But we've been gone for a month almost. Well, yeah, you're in this too. You didn't want to record either.
No, I wanted to.
Why does he
Javier, can you sit
so
closer?
far away?
Yeah, can you sit closer, you asswipe?
Okay.
But yeah, dude, it's been a month since we did it. Our last podcast, we were talking about finals. Which,
Oh yeah, and how we cheated. I mean, I cheated.
I cheated. That shit was dated as fuck. Today we're joined by our fellow friend Max that came back from the UK.
Hi.
Yeah, I know. I talked about getting guests on, but you know,
I'm like the only one they can afford because I'm free.
well, yeah, and he's available, and he's. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right? We gotta, help the trash out. But anyways,
Who are you
Max,
talking to? Who are these like?
I'm talking to you.
We're talking to the millions of fans.
Yeah, the millions and billions of guys that are watching this right
Alright,
now.
I
Dude.
know this is a huge deal. So.
Yeah, exactly. So while you're in the UK, did you boast about our podcast anyway?
Yeah, I did.
Did you do any promotion?
I said,
Did you actually say it to
I
anybody?
said Top Kick one time.
Oh god.
And that's like a big part of the show's name, right?
What's the name of the podcast, Max?
Kick of the week.
Okay.
But
not
I
Top
mean, it
Kick
doesn't
of the
come
Week.
out. It doesn't come out every week, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, Max, if you're gonna speak that way, I might have to edit you out.
Kick of the month.
Well, I mean, it's not even keks at all. It's just us talking about stupid shit. But
Okay.
yeah, man, I've got some topics here.
Can't wait for him. Drop him. Drop one.
Okay, you're hyping it up way too much. Not that
Do
good.
I sound normal?
Probably
Like-
not.
Because I do have a lot of phlegm.
When you came in, earlier today, you did sound a lot different, but I guess now you sound slightly better.
Okay, good.
Your voice sounded pretty rough. But then again, I consumed mustard gas throughout the fucking day.
Yeah.
So. I'll talk about that later, since Javier fucking is gay.
I'm what?
So, I don't know what the fuck any of these topics are. Like, I wrote them on January 5th, and I don't remember what they are.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So many times.
So, Max, what's your favorite game? You like games? You like to play that shit?
Gears of War.
Why?
Wait, just one game only?
Yeah, what's your favorite game of all time?
Okay. Probably Monster Hunter Freedom Unite then.
Why?
I played it for like 9 years. It's the longest record game I have that I've played consistently.
That's fucking sad.
I have it on my phone. I bought it 2 times on my PSP.
I remember you and Raul were playing that before, what was it, 4 came out? Or
Yeah, no, we were playing it.
4
we were
4
playing
HE
it
or
back
some
in-
shit. Well, it was when we went to his, apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
it was
remember
way before then, yeah.
Yeah.
It took us,
Well, that's the time I remember you guys playing.
yeah, it takes about 6 years to, maybe more. Because Raul would come
Goddamn.
over to my house and we would start the game and we'd play. And then we actually would go back home and we'd say, like, as if we were giving each other homework, we're like, hey, you gotta finish this mission before we come back.
God, disgusting.
Yeah, I know, right? And then we finish it, and anything we couldn't beat or finish, we'd work on together, and then we'd complete the rest at my house. And some nights Raul would be there from like 3 p.m. right after school up until like 10 at night.
Oh, God. On a school night?
Yeah, on school
Oh,
night.
Lord.
That was back in the classic days where you get your ass kicked, you know. Well, Raul would. But like,
He did it
Yeah.
for the hunt.
he'd eat about like 8 bowls of cereal like throughout that time.
God.
He would eat so fucking much. But yeah. Oh, I shouldn't lean back. But it took us. We wanted to kill at least one of every single monster in the game. That was our record, and we wanted to get there. And we did. We completed every quest, and we killed every monster. But it took us like 6 or 7 years.
Damn.
Yeah. Now I have it on my phone,
Uh,
and
I'm not going to buy it.
nowhere near.
I'm
You
not-
know, it's
I'm
like
not gonna touch
$15.
it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Javier, what's your favorite game? Also lean in, you fucking piece of shit.
Super Mario and on the Nintendo
Is it Super Mario 2?
No, what? Are you right now?
Sorry, I'm clearing my
What's so funny
nasal
about
passages. Super Mario on 64.
that? Yeah,
Nothing, bro. Just talk. What's up?
that's my favorite.
Yeah, shame him for liking something.
Right.
Wait, did I press record?
No.
Okay, yeah. I got scared a little bit.
No, Super Mario 64 is my favorite game. I love Mario, and that's my favorite game.
Why?
It was the first console I had was a 64, and Mario was the game I played the most. I had GoldenEye, and I also had a racing game.
GoldenEye was okay.
I've never played it.
It's alright.
I was very young, so I wasn't really good at
Buy
it.
it on your fucking phone.
But Mario was
Is it
really,
really
really fun.
I don't know, it might be.
Oh, fuck you.
I think in 2008, they came out with a DS version of the game, and I bought it, and it was also, like, it was the same thing. So much fun to play on.
Super Mario 64?
Yeah, and then they got it for the DS. You can just buy it, and it's the same thing.
Super Mario 64 is the one where it's like 3D and shit.
Yeah, and it's like the... What?
Yeah.
That's how you play the game.
A little bit of Tourette's going on.
But you go inside the castle and you jump into the paintings, and that's where the worlds are at.
Oh, that's what it is.
And
Okay.
you get stars out of that, and you unlock the doors, and you keep building your way until you finally face Bowser,
I never played that game.
and you claim back Peach. And
I've seen people play it.
it was a lot of fun. If you were to watch 64 gameplay of it, it looks like shit,
Yeah, they're speedrunning.
but it's so much fun to play on. It looks like shit, but it's like a over 20-year-old game, but it's so much fun to play on.
Do you still have an N64?
I have it on the DS. The 64, I lost a copy somehow through the years, but I do have the DS version, which you guys can play if you wanted to. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wish my DS wasn't a little spear every time I fucking touch it, but
It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. Like every now and then, I'll play it and just play like a level or two. So it's still a lot of fun.
damn, man.
They still kept the same soundtrack and everything looks the same. They
didn't up the graphics.
They did a little bit. Like in the 64, there were some spots where there was like blank space because they didn't fill them in, and the DS kind
Just
of
didn't fucking fill them in.
Well, yeah, it's just white. It's literally that's it. Like you would go into a corner of one of the rooms, and it's just if you look down at a certain angle, you can just see white. You can see through the walls, and it's just white.
Sounds like a shit game.
I mean, it was for the 64, like 25.
Yeah, but I expect quality when I pay.
It's
I
like
expect to be able to see.
It's a great game. The gameplay is awesome.
I expect to not.
The
see
worlds
through
are
walls.
awesome. The concept is awesome. It's a fun game. My favorite Mario game.
Okay, what's your favorite game?
Fuck, man, I didn't prepare that far. I was hoping you guys would just talk about it for 40 minutes.
Dragon Ball Z. Songs.
My favorite game. Of all time, that's pretty fucking hard. It'd probably have to be. Don't even try. I already explained to Max about that. So I have this little shrine in my room of like the Legend of Zelda shit that they keep giving me, and I have honestly never passed the Legend of Zelda game, nor have any of them. Well, actually, I did.
Fake fan.
I passed Minions Cap, and that was one that I really hunkered down and just went on. I made it through like. Technically, I did pass the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on my brother's like save file because like he didn't want to do Ganondorf, so I did it and I beat him, and I didn't know how to play. But yeah, I started playing that on the Wii U and it's really fun, but I just don't have time. I don't know.
I got you that 3D poster of Link, and you're supposed to hang that shit on the wall.
Yeah, I ain't destroying my house that I have the D
Looks
to.
really titties.
Yeah.
I would have to say it's probably either Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PS2 or fuck, it's like a battle between Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy 13. So the trilogy.
You just rebought Final Fantasy 13 for the case.
Yeah, because I wanted the case. Because basically when I bought it when I was like 13, we were moving, and I had a lot of like PS3 games, and then my brother was just like, "We can't fit that in the car. You know, you're gonna have to throw the cases away." And I was like, "But why?" So I ended up throwing away the cases, and then I bought 13-2, which I also need to buy that for the case. So because I bought it at GameStop used, and it didn't have like it had like just the GameStop white paper thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one I actually do have the case of is Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. Which, okay, so yeah, I'd have to say Lightning Returns. It's probably my favorite game.
Probably because you had to choose which case to keep, and that was one.
Well, no, if I had to choose like which game, I guess brought me more joy, because I remember I was like a junior when it came out, and we had like a heritage, you know, that like important class, and it completely blew everything off just because I wanted to save the world in 13 days. I was like, dude, I went so fucking hard in that game. I bought all the DLC, I bought all the costumes, I unlocked every weapon, the ultimate weapon. It was like just insane. I want to get like a PC or some shit so I can buy it like on Steam again and play it. But old game, Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Fantasy 10, new-ish 13 minor returns. Any current games that are your favorite, Max, that you're currently playing? That maybe some friend gave to you.
Right now, I completed Mario Odyssey.
Damn, that was fucking quick.
Right? Yeah.
Is that all you did with at the UK?
No. We started on Christmas Day, and we finished it like we would play like an hour or so every night.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes one day we.
I think you guys would like
binged.
stay in her fucking room, not showering.
Yeah,
It's like 3 days, and then mom's like, Max.
like if you play 2-player in Mario Odyssey,
Yeah.
it's actually a lot easier because 2-player is not just like the classic Mario and Luigi shit.
Yeah.
It's like 1 player is limited to Mario, but Mario has like all these secret moves you can do with like 6 buttons. It's crazy.
He has combos.
Yeah, pretty much. And
He has
like,
fatalities.
well, and Cappy, like that's the name of the hat. Cappy, of course, very creative, right? But like you can fly in the game. Cappy can basically destroy anything he touches if you throw it at it.
Oh shit!
So as Cappy, if you're player 2, you can fly into anything and you can kill anything.
Player 2 is the hat.
Yeah.
Wow, that is.
So you have
kinda
Mario.
shitty.
You have Mario who can run around and dodge shit, and then
No, Max,
also
were you
smash.
Mario or were you Cappy?
I was Mario. Yeah.
Okay.
Free to like playing as Cappy. We switched every now and then because there were like times where
Yeah, I'm
I
sure she
couldn't
wanted to
fucking
play
do
as
anything.
Cappy.
Well, I sucked ass as Mario multiple times.
Alright.
So, but yeah.
Oh shit! You guys remember? It was like a Wii game. It was like Super Mario Bros. Something 3, some shit. It was like really big. I remember playing that.
It was on the Wii.
Yeah, it was on the Wii because my brother bought it, and he like played a little bit of it, but it's like mainly a 2-person game, so you can play as like either Luigi or the Toads, you know. Yeah, and I remember.
It wasn't a party game, was it?
No, it was like the 2D side scroller shit. It wasn't like Mario Odyssey, but that's what it reminded me of because you would have to like do teamwork and shit and like throw each other across to make it to the next part.
Oh shit!
But yeah, that was really fun. I like that game.
Yeah. Yo, see the downside of that is you have to have a friend.
Well, you can play it, I guess, and live a sad existence, but you know.
Yeah, it's like playing Army of 2 alone.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah.
You did not.
I passed Army of 2 like so many times by myself, so
Oh,
go fuck
God, you
yourself.
sad fuck.
I liked Army of 2. That was a good game.
Army of 2 was good.
Yeah. I never played the Army of 2, I guess. I don't know. The sequel.
I played the Devil's Cartel. That was the last one they made.
Yeah.
They
I
need to
never
make
played
more
this one.
though.
I think one for the PS4 would be nice. An Army of 2.
Did they not have one for the PS4?
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Oh, stopped at PS3.
Yeah.
Damn. Honestly, thought it was on.
Well, Javier, you've been silent for exactly like 5 minutes. What's your current favorite game other than Fortnite?
Overwatch.
Other than Overwatch? An actual game that's not
Fortnite.
shitty. Okay, hang on. Did you listen?
He's texting Instagram thoughts.
Jesus, control yourself. We're on a
Current
fucking
games that I like.
Yeah. Playing with women's feelings. Got him.
Metal Slug.
Metal Slug, which one?
Metal Slug X.
What?
Yeah.
Currently
It's
you're
not-
playing that?
that's what I'm currently playing.
You're not fucking currently playing
Yeah.
Metal Slug X.
Yeah.
You don't even fucking own Metal Slug. I do.
No, I do.
You bought it?
I bought it like a month ago. Yeah. When I first played it in your PS4, I bought it like that same night in my
Damn.
house. And
Dude,
was
I like force myself
I mean, it's
every
not
day
that
to
new,
finish
like-
2 Metal Slug games just right away.
It's that well, it was during Christmas when I first played it, and I just spent the whole night playing it, and I just played all the levels, and then I played Metal Slug X. I left it for last just because it's my favorite Metal Slug, and
Who's your main?
fucking
Slug.
Rambo,
Slug.
fucking Rambo. I love him. He's so cool.
He's not an actual character, Max. He's just making names up.
Isn't he the main guy with the guns? You get to choose characters.
There's four
thing?
There's
characters,
4 characters.
2 guys, 2 girls. I chose the blonde hair dude with the red jacket.
Yeah.
Isn't the main character?
Not really. There's no
I mean,
main
he's-
character.
I mean, he's kind of the forefront when it comes to posters or stuff, but like the other characters are around him.
I usually use the chicks because they're slightly faster.
Oh, and freaking
Yeah, a little bit. They can jump
King
higher.
of Fighters is also really good.
Ooh. Talk about King of Fighters.
King of Fighters is
Talk
amazing.
about it.
Let's talk about King of Fighters.
Let's talk about it because I have an hour to
I think one of the things about those anime side scroll fighting games is that all of them are really similar, which is what turns me off from it. Like today we played Guilty Gear, right?
Exard Revelator.
Right.
2.
Exard.
Yeah, it's X and then R D. Exard.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
But shit. All right, so.
Yeah, no, I just beat the living
beautiful.
shit out
it's
of it.
Like,
That's
it's
what
really
happened.
cool. Like it's beautiful, but like Tim has that rip-off anime SAO fighting game that's like a side-scrolling one.
Dengeki Bunken,
Yeah.
I think is what it's called.
Like that.
Dengeki Bunken.
Guilty Gear is similar to that. King of Fighters is similar to that. And like it just feels like I like side-scroll fighting more than like Dragon Ball Z, Tenkaichi, and like those things. So I can understand the appeal because I like Mortal Kombat, which I was getting ragged on earlier for, but Street Fighter as well. Street Fighter's great, but like I don't know. When it comes to like actual fighting mechanics, I feel like the side scroll fighting games are kind of like, I mean, it's 2018, right? And it's got to be a lot easier because all of the predecessors that have all like the side scrolling software are like really like it's old school now. You can whip up a side scroll fighting game probably in no time. Make sequels on those bitches. But if you're gonna make like a real fighting mechanic 3D fighter like Street Fighter,
I just like it because of its simplicity. It's arcadey as shit.
yeah.
I've been playing the games for like over 15 years.
So the reason you like it is the reason why I don't like it.
It's kind of well for me. It's
Just
just
because you like it.
Well, for me, it's just nostalgic. I mean, is it the best fighting game? Probably not, but I like.
Oh, well, Guilty Gear Xrd is the best fighting game. That's a fact.
Okay.
Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, one of his best fighting games.
That's bullshit.
One of my-
Storm 3 was the best. Yeah, you fucking know
My
it. It
favorite-
died after Storm 3.
My favorite fighting game is Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Whoa, dude! Play it again.
It's a lot of fun.
I used to say that all the time.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yep. it's so like roll.
Yeah, it just comes out really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That
It's
was
like
fucking good.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta
I think
was
that
the best
game,
character.
That game was ahead of its time when it came to like PS2
It had,
games.
I think it had the largest like roster of
Yeah, it
any
was like
other game.
150.
Yeah, Veer, can you like fucking lean closer?
Oh my god.
First of
It had the best roster. It looked so good. I love that if you had characters that have never interacted in the show before, they would have lines for each other. So if you had Bardock and then you had Kid Goku, Bardock would say something like, "You look very familiar." Kid Goku would be all like, "Are you me? Are you older than me?" But it's funny.
Yeah.
They would have lines that never interacted before, but the game knows like, oh, these two characters are related, and they would add in a voice line for them to say so that the fanboys would freak out.
Yeah, the game knows.
They had Goku's grandpa Gohan was there, Master Roshi was there. You would have you can choose you can choose any character
Bring
from
back Great Saiyaman.
any saga.
Bring back Great Saiyaman.
You can bring back. I think there was like 5 versions of Goku depending on what you wanted to
There's
play.
probably like 13. Let's be honest. He's the main character.
Hang on. So
No, but
there's
I thought about
Goku,
Saga,
Goku,
though.
and then there's like midway through Dragon Ball Goku.
They had
and then
No,
there's like
it's-
end of Goku. Hang
They
on.
had GT in it as well. Didn't
They had GT characters.
There's like early adult Goku, and then there's before Saiyan Saga, after
Which was
Saiyan Saga,
Kaioken.
and then there's before Frieza Saga, and then there's
Shut
after
up.
Frieza. No, this has an actual fucking thing. And then there's the one that you can go into Super Saiyan, and then it's like the Cell one where you can go into Super Saiyan 2, and then it's Super Saiyan 3, and then Super Saiyan 4, and then all the fusions, and then Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan
Wait,
God.
in which game?
Super Saiyan. It's basically like Xenoverse.
that's
Xenoverse.
Yeah, they have so many fucking Gokus and
Oh
Vegetas.
shit! I heard Xenoverse didn't do too well.
Xenoverse 1 was pretty shit. Xenoverse 2 Vanilla is really bad, but right now, after all the updates, it's pretty good. It looks really cool, and like it's fun to play. It's just I don't have time to really just like sit down and do all the missions to get all the characters. The main reason I bought it was so I could play as Black, because I wanted to go Super Saiyan Rosa. So, other than that, I haven't really played it.
I do want to get Dragon Ball Fighters. Like
I mean, I'm not stopping.
I know, but like I'm saying it. I'm saying it as in like
We could play.
it's a fighting game, and I haven't paid for a fighting game since Naruto.
Yeah, because
That's
you leech
been,
off
like-
of other people.
Yeah, right. No, but like Tim. But like
Everybody leeches off Tim except me. He never
Except
gets-
me,
he
basically.
never
He
gets
leeches
me
off of me. Like-
okay, the topic's still fighting games, but like okay.
Never
Well,
gets-
no, the topic is what recent game have you been fucking with right now?
Oh,
Yeah, you
Well,
guys
yeah.
made it into fighting games.
Dumbass bitch.
Yeah.
what?
What game have
How-
you been playing? Well, I already
I
asked you.
said
yeah,
I was
you
playing
said
You
King
said he
of-
was
I
playing
s-
King of Fighters.
Yeah,
so
that's
how
a
we got on this
that's a
topic.
recent game. But then you just started going off about how you leech off Tim for fighting games.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, fuck.
You just did.
It did
Rewind
not skip,
that
it
shit.
Did not skip from that to the next.
1942
Anyways.
timestamp.
There was like 6 more topics we talked about.
1942
The only
timestamp.
game I'm playing right now is Bloodborne. That's
Yeah.
about it. I'm
Okay.
replaying it for the 4th time. I'm trying to speed run it. Heavy quotations, because I play like once a week, maybe.
You know what game I've been playing a lot recently?
What's up?
Clash
Just a
Royale.
fucking Fortnite.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm
Clash
playing a lot of
Royale.
All right, that is the end of the podcast, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're not talking about Clash Royale.
The
Right?
reason I
did I
don't
tell
play
you
it as
This
much
video is
anymore.
not fucking sponsored.
It's just so. It sucks ass when I don't get the cards I want.
Yeah, it really
Did-
sucks when I lose.
Did I tell you how I spent $5 on it?
No.
Wow.
So there's like a $50 option that I almost picked. I think I told you, Frank.
$50.
Yeah.
On a
When
fucking.
you click on the screen and you're
mobile game.
scrolling, Clash Royale, when it shows your finger has pressed the screen, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing. You could be scrolling, you could be in the game, you could do whatever, but you touch it, they're like, oh shit, you want to buy this. And so they're like,
Oh shit! You
yeah, and then I was like, dude, no, get the fuck out of here, get out. And I pressed the home button to get out. What it did? It scanned my thumb, and it charged me $5 because I went through with the transaction. So,
instantly took off Apple Pay.
yep.
Yeah, I never really signed up for that just because I was like, that's gonna suck.
I'm in this one clan right now, and this kid is just like, that's so mean. Well, I haven't done anything to you.
Wait, have you been shitting on the dude?
I kicked his ass
Dude,
twice.
he's like 12.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I kicked
You're
his
like-
ass twice.
You understand your age.
I kicked his ass twice.
How old
First excuse is, oh, this is just my 2v2 deck. Nah, bitch. Even with this 1v1 deck, 4 legendaries, I still squash his pussy ass face. I don't care if he's 12. How old is he, 12?
Well, yeah. What's your other?
Oh, my other topic.
Yeah, the other topic.
Wow. Okay, this one died fast.
Well, the game.
We're not even halfway through here. Damn it. Let's see what do we got. I don't know what the Christian house is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
The Christian house.
I don't know why I wrote that. And then high school Christian girls only have anal so that they don't disturb God. It's something that I
That's the
wrote.
topic.
Oh yeah, that was the topic. I think I talked about it with Javier, but there's like a bunch of chicks at like high school that were like really religious and like Christian and shit. So they didn't want to have sex before marriage. So in order to get around that, they still wanted to be like hoes. They would only do anal.
Yeah, that's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Anal's
learned
been
about
around
it.
for a
And I
long
was
time.
like, yeah, I thought it was
Damn.
funny. No, I'm sorry, I was playing Bloodborne. But that one didn't really lead into anything. Did I ever tell you guys the story about when I got to be a doctor for a day when I was working?
No.
Okay, so basically,
Ow.
well, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I work at a store, basically. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna sue me, man. If I
works
start
at
talking
Target.
heavy shit about it. But no, I don't work at Target. But so basically, I usually work in the freezers, but this day they're like, hey, we need you to work in like the grocery section, right? Like all that, like chips and shit. So I went in there and I was just kind of working, and then they like called this girl's name that works with me, and her name is Kim, right? But we had 2, and we have one that was a cashier and one that's like a normal like stalker, right? And the cashier went up front, and they're like, no, we wanted the other Kim because she could speak Spanish, right? So then they're like, fuck, let's just call up basically me. So they called me up, and I was like, okay, you know, what the fuck's up? I need to take a shit really bad. Like, I'm fidgety right now.
Me too, man.
Like, my stomach hurts this fucking
Yeah,
shit.
you guys-
BK is cancer.
well, just now it hit you, or like it's building up.
It's been...
Well,
that's why I haven't...
For me, it's been building up since I fucking got here.
Well, I mean, that's why I haven't been speaking when you guys are talking about the fight.
Because you've been fighting back shit. The shit taking taking precedence over you talking about whatever you want to talk about right now?
A little bit, yeah. I was fighting it hard, but so
alright.
I got called up, and this guy was like, you know, they're like, hey, we need you to help this guy out, and I was like, okay, cool. So I go there, and I'm like, hey, what do you need? You know, speaking Spanish. And then he's like, yeah, I need to find some vitamins. And I was like, okay, yeah, they're over here. And I was going to just kind of walk away because I was like, okay, I showed him, you know, what he needed. And then he's like, hey, wait, I need your advice here. And I was like, okay. I was like, this guy's going to ask me about, like, you know, penis enlargement. Like, you're asking the wrong guy. You know, my dick is small. I don't fucking know, dude. So I go and...
To all the ladies out there.
To all the ladies. Hit me up. I won't hurt you. So... Fucking, he was like, yeah, okay, so basically his daughter was really, really sick. like she, so I was like, how long has she been sick for? And he's like, around 6 months. I'm like, oh shit. And then I was like, wait, what's wrong with her? And like, she hasn't been eating and she looks really pale. I was like, dude, your daughter's gonna die. And I'm like, why the fuck are you? I kept like telling him like, yeah, you might want to go to an actual fucking doctor. And he's like, and he thought I worked like at the pharmacy or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I do not like know anything about medication. Like Flintstone vitamins might work. Like,
give her the green T-Rex.
So I'm like, you ever try Vapor Rub, bro? So he's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. You know, like I'm assuming this guy didn't even fucking have insurance. This is probably why he didn't want to do it. And then he's like, you know, I really don't want to know what to do. She's lost a lot of weight. It's like, is there any like some vitamins that can make her like gain weight? You know, make her hungry? And I'm like, And then I just look over and I'm like, just kind of scouting and shit. And I'm like, you ever feed her whey protein? And like, I gave him a bottle of like whey protein XXX, like shit for like heavy gains. And I was like, mix this.
He needs medical attention, not fucking protein.
And then I was like, just mix this with her food. And I was like, she might live until Christmas. And then he's like, oh, you know, like, thank you, man, dude. You fucking saved my daughter. I'm like, no problem, dude. And then he's like, I also need like, you know, any other vitamins to like, you know, give her strength. And I'm like, I think fish oil will do it. And I'm like, you know, helps her hair and shit too. All that. So I was like, oh, fuck it. And then I just gave him a bunch of pills. And I was like, yeah, if she like feels even worse, like, you probably really should take her to the hospital. He's like, no, man, I trust you. This will work. And I'm like, oh, dude, you're trusting the wrong fucking guy. But I was just like, sure, dude. And I was like, if this guy comes back in like a month and he's like pissed because his daughter died, like, that's not me. And I'm just like, shit. But he never came back, so I'm assuming she's alive.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
She's alive and probably got some gains.
Yeah, no, dude, she's fucking benching 350 now.
Yeah, definitely gained some weight.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, that was the day I gotta...
Get some weight.
She know the way. That's not a dead meme, right, guys?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea what that's about.
We're not going to talk about Uganda Knuckles.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically...
Uganda Knuckles.
Basically, it was like some animation. It was like 2 seconds that they showed, like, Knuckles just looking retarded. And then someone was like, this is great, I'm going to put this in VR chat. And he made a skin. And then they all got the skin, and that's why they're like little short chodes, like running around. And then some video of like some like African guy who's like, hey, why are you running away from me? It's like, do you know the way? Shit like that. So then they just kind of like quoted him, and then they made like the clicking noise, the fucking thing as they were walking around. And then it became like a tribe in VR chat, and you have to go to a specific island, and it's the Ugandan Knuckles tribe. So, and then it just kind of blew up into a meme, and Raul tagged me in like 9 of those memes every day, and I was like, not to be a dick, but I'm like, haha, these are great, Raul, please stop. And I tagged him in one of them that it was
them coming.
like, this is how I look. He told him to stop, is that there's like a picture like Ugandan Knuckles meme is dead, like, stop posting. I was like, haha, Raul, you know, the meme's finally dead. I was like, fucking stop. Like, I'm like, these aren't funny anymore.
Low key.
Yeah, low key, these aren't funny anymore.
Memes only get better the more you see them. So as long as you
that's not
keep
true.
Getting exposed, and then after you get through the phase of where it's like, oh god, kill me.
It's like, I love memes before the normies get to them.
Okay,
you know?
so you just did like a Pepe, a peep or whatever. A peep.
Rip, dude, but fucking, I like it because I find them really early on, and I'm like, these are great, and then I share them, and then it's like an explosion because everyone thinks I'm some meme god, but I just stole them from like Reddit or 4chan or something.
Yeah.
But it's like I really like them, and then like once pages like fucking 9gag, fucking.
Were you the one who posted the Indiana Jones with the whip?
Yeah, it was. Fucking what was it when the black kids are getting rowdy at 7 a.m. in the cafeteria and then Indiana Jones has a whip.
Yeah, I laughed at that. That was good.
But yeah, no, I like just memes when they're early on because they're really funny, and then like the variants come, and then I know like it's almost time when what's that one, like BuzzFeed posts about them, and then there's like videos all on YouTube like, the best memes, and then when PewDiePie basically does a meme review, I'm like, oh well, this is dead now, because then a bunch of people are just gonna say whatever.
He gets dead when it goes to Ellen.
Yeah, fucking Ellen. But yeah, and then like normie people that I have on Facebook, and then they start sharing it with like crying emojis, and I was like, that meme was dank, like legit 64 hours ago. Like, why are you even fucking posting it? You fucking pleb, you beta ass male. But yeah,
I'm a beta ass male.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I'm a beta.
Yeah, you're a fucking normie.
I
swear to God, like I'm always on top of memes, and then Tim like quote unquote found them first, which I think is such bullshit. So. I mean, I'm always the finder.
He goes on iFunny.
Yeah, he goes on fucking iFunny. When they're on iFunny, they're dead, basically.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like...
much, yeah. Reddit is like the place where you just get everything either on the spot, or someone makes it, or they take it from 4chan.
Well, if you want to, like, if you don't want to go to 4chan or Reddit, there's, like, the Facebook page called Enter the Dankness that you can just follow, and they basically just steal from 4chan. So that's where I get a lot of them. And they're really like low liked page, so that means it's like just
good. That's the good shit.
That's the offensive.
Yeah,
that's the really offensive shit that I post. That's where I get it from. Like when you're like, dude, where do you get these pictures from? Now you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
They look like they're next level offensive memes usually.
Yeah, I'm always trying to bring the next level offensive. Like I try to do this thing on Facebook where I like posted a meme a day. But then I kept getting flagged again, and I was like, ugh, it sucks. Like, I get fucking flagged, I get reported. Not really, but it's, like, hard to get my memes out there.
You post nudes on Instagram?
Do I post nudes?
No, can people?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay, Javier, thanks for joining in. Lean in and tell us about this. The world of nudity.
I guess. I don't follow any.
Whoa!
Okay, so my Instagram, you guys remember that? I mean, it was a bunch of just women, and like basically like G-strings and shit. But I unfollowed all of them just because it kind of did feel like fatigue. Like I couldn't even stare at a woman anymore and just be like, oh, I could see this on Instagram and better. Like I'd go to college and I'd be like, this ass is good, but it's not as good as my Instagram thoughts. So it's like shit like that. So I stopped following them. But now it's just a lot of art related stuff and like just memes on my first account, and then on my second account it's just more art stuff, and then my third account is my normie account that I just follow like actual people that I know and just post like normal everyday shit like, oh hey, I just
made food.
I get like I just made food, or like,
hey, I just bought a Yu-Gi-Oh card so I can beat Javier with them.
Yeah, I did that because
packing them like a real
I did
duelist.
that. I posted that picture because I fucking knew your super sleuth ass was gonna search for it.
Super sleuth ass.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking see my account on your recommended. You're gonna click on it, and then it's gonna be basically like a shout out or a call out challenge right there. But yeah,
I used to see you with the fucking firewall dragon. I'm like, this bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Spent $30 on this card.
Fucking fake.
$30.
No, I spent 40.
And I bet the other cards are also around the same price range too.
No, that was actually the most expensive.
Oh my god! But I'm still pretty
Bomber
sure.
Dragon was like 15.
Oh my fucking god! Look at you go! You've already spent half $100 on just 2 cards.
Deco Talker was like.
Why do you do this to yourself, man? Why don't you just pack him like a real man?
Okay, so when I was in the UK,
Hang on. I'm not done with this motherfucker.
well, I know it has to do with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I know, but I needed salt and belly sauce. You're gay, alright.
all right, we're good. But when I was there, I was trying to find you guys like a deck that didn't cost like my entire arm.
I just wanted a pack.
Well, yeah, I wanted to ask,
pack.
what did you get everyone else?
Well, I got Javier a really dope pair of glasses in this.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't
hippie
even
shop.
notice when you first gave them to me. You can like just
Flip 'em up.
Damn.
Yeah. So for fashionable driving.
Yeah, I can't wait to get pulled over for speeding. The guy seeing me.
Yeah,
I
can't wait until you fucking lean in every time you talk.
I got your necklace. I got your necklace in a very fucking weird ass game shop.
Yeah,
And I got
fucking
like it was like one of those game
Necklace,
shops that doesn't have like it doesn't
Yeah.
have an official name. And actually, people can rent out glass cases and they can load it full of their shit from their house.
Oh, to
and,
sell.
Yeah, and
Damn.
the store will like hold it if you give them like $10 and then like for the month, and then they can make like 20% profit off of whatever they sell. And you can set your own prices for whatever it is.
Mm.
And then like that entire glass case of yours can get cleaned out pretty fast for these people. So
Damn.
but the store is really fucking weird, and the jewelry cabinet was like
The jewelry?
the jewelry, yeah, but that cabinet was fucking strange, and I was like, that's the only thing. That piece of jewelry is the only thing I haven't seen. But then Javier's glasses, I got that from I didn't want to be there too long. The people behind the counter were
didn't wanna
making
be
tea,
places.
and they looked like they were. One of the guys was like 60, the other guy was like 20, and they both looked like they smoked a lot of dope.
Damn.
And that's how you know you're getting some, good
glasses.
shit, from a good store. And so I got those. And then for Tim, there was an antique shop. You know how Tim likes to collect bottles and shit?
Yeah, I know he's a hoarder. I live with him.
Yep. So I got him this antique.
Well, I live with this stuff, basically.
Yeah. I gotta take a picture of that shit sometime.
Yeah.
But
To shame him?
yeah. No, but I got him an antique bell-shaped whiskey container. Like he'll have to show you sometime, but it has like a plastic.
Oh, you
cork.
already gave it to him?
Yeah, it has like a plastic cork top. It's actually like it looks like a bell, but it's made out of porcelain, really thick stuff, and then it was made in Scotland.
Right.
So, but it doesn't have any whiskey in it, so you can like load it with whatever you want inside.
Like whiskey.
Yeah, like whiskey.
What'd you get Jaime?
Nothing. I got his present was my present.
What'd you get Bobby, man?
I honestly, I was like, I'm gonna get him something. I'm gonna find something that he wants, and then I was like, fuck, I can't find anything.
Damn, calling him out right now.
Well, next
No,
time.
you watch this podcast.
Next
right?
time, I'll get him.
Yeah, he's that one dislike that we
He listens
Oh,
to
shit.
every single week.
No, but I'm
every single week.
I'm next time. I saw the message in. But anyway, when I was
Next
gone,
time.
I got my sister a 9 3/4 necklace, Harry Potter shit.
I don't know what that is.
Got my brother a fridge magnet because he wants me because last time when I went to Japan,
This is the
Here,
best
Parker,
gift.
you can
But
have
listen,
a magnet
but listen,
for your
fridge-
girlfriend's
the
fridge.
it's their fridge, but the fridge magnet, right? Get this. You peel it off the fridge, and underneath is a bottle opener.
And underneath is the magnet part, and it sticks to metal, Parker. I swear, this is cool.
Yeah,
What'd you get your parents?
I got my mom
My presents.
an antique house because she likes little houses.
Oh, shit.
Like,
An actual
no, not
house.
fuck you.
I was like,
no.
damn.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck?
But it was like a little house, and one of them. I got two of them, but one of them was actually from 1927, and so she got her that. And then I got her a plate made of Wedgwood, which is like some really British material they make plates out of, like China, fine China, and it has like a lot of decorative shit on it.
Did you get your dad?
I went to a castle by myself.
So I sent the
Took a
pictures.
tour. It is a prison, like a real one, and,
Yeah.
and it was used from 1200 until 2011.
Jesus.
It was open that long. A lot of people died there, and
So would you bring him a skull?
I brought him a key ring. It was it's like because he didn't carry anything all day.
Key ring.
Like it's like things on keychains that you have like an extra. It says Lancaster Castle on it, but it
A
has,
lanyard?
no, not like a huge chain. It's just like a little key. It's on your key ring.
So it's a keychain.
Yeah, I guess. But it's a key ring that has a thing on it.
It's a keychain. That's what it's called.
Is it?
They all have the little ring on it.
Okay.
It's just a keychain.
Alright, yeah, I got him that, yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you, Javier. Okay. But yeah.
I mean, Max does say, like, whitey tighties. Yeah, he says whitey
Briefs.
tighties. No, you say whitey tighties. We have an episode where you say it like 5 fucking times. And then
Was the last episode? Did I mention
Oh,
whitey tighties?
Yeah, remember when we had you on last time when we were talking about that one fat kid or whatever, and he was like, "Show me your
whitey
dick."
tighties?
Yeah, Alexis. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, "Oh, whitey tighties," and I was like, "You mean tidy whities?" Like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, it is whitey tighties, though.
It's tidy
Because
whities.
it's white. The first thing you notice about it is white, and then it's
They're never white.
tidy whiteys?
Yeah, they're never white.
Have you looked this up?
Yeah.
Maybe yours
There
were
you have
never
it.
white.
Well, that's the joke.
Hold up.
They went over Max's
Hold
head.
up. Siri, search whitey tidies.
You mean tidy whities?
Okay, whitey tidies is the... Oh, and tidy whiteys.
Exactly.
Okay, but there's tidy whiteys, and there's tighty whiteys, and then there's tidy, like clean, tiny whiteys. So it's like when they're clean. Never mind. Actually, it's the opposite. It says plain white men's brief underwear often torn or soiled.
See, I fucking told you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Hey, white.
Yeah, there was a shit stain on those. So.
Yeah, dude, actually, speaking of underwear, so, like, the last time I bought underwear, I was 16 years old. And I didn't buy them. Like, I made my dad buy them for me. So,
God.
like, that was the last time I had, like, a new fucking pair of underwear.
Was it?
And, like, fucking, I'm 21 now, so it's, like, 5 years later
Yeah.
of just my nuts constantly touching that fabric. And, like, I don't want to show you guys because it's a real doozy.
So you
but
got like zero sperm cell
Well,
count?
no, dude, it's like not even underwear at this point. Like,
Oh my god, so you still wear those briefs?
Sometimes, yeah, dude.
Why don't you just man up and go to the fucking store and buy some goddamn...
You fucking work at a store.
Well,
They
like,
sell
well,
it.
hey, hang on.
You go there every day.
Hang on, I will do that tomorrow just because I'm so fucking tired of like my nuts just
God.
hitting the fabric of my
Can
jeans.
you imagine him like
I
bringing over like a
imagine-
Tinder date and then he pulls down his pants, there's dirty fucking
I
cum
imagine-
stain.
Well, no, they're not cum stained. They just have a lot of
Pee
holes in
stain.
them.
I imagine-
No, they have a lot of holes. They're boxers, cunt.
Oh, okay, the boxers.
Yeah, they're boxers. I'm just saying that they're so used that
I thought they were
they're
briefs.
fucking
I
no.
don't know. Okay.
No, I'm just saying that they're so used that they're ripped.
Are these like Walmart brand type of underwear?
I don't know. I think they're Hanes. They're kind of faded. Like that's how fucked.
There's no Walmart brand.
Well, not Walmart brand, but just the ones you could find at
Fruit of
Walmart.
Loom, baby. Fruit of
It's
Loom.
just like my underwear have not been renewed in 5 years, and I need to do that. It's just I'm
That's
too
fine.
lazy.
What's
Who else is
Calvin
gonna
Klein?
Well, it's like my nuts hang out from like the hole that's in the fucking boxers. like my legs are covered, my dick is covered, and then my fucking fruits just hang out. And when I'm like in the freezer, they get cold, and it's really uncomfortable.
You need that extra layer of protection.
Well, it's really uncomfortable. I like it's all of them, and I have like one pair that doesn't have holes, and it's the one I'm wearing right now. And I like
you,
wash it
I
every
am
day.
not a savage, and I actually buy
Ugh.
more every year.
Yeah, but I did have that thought. I was like, dude, what the fuck if I ever bring like some fucking Tinder person and shit, and then like I'm all ready to dick. Like my dick is out, and I'm still wearing underwear.
Tinder whammon.
Tinder women.
Respect whammon.
So how's that going over here? What's happening on your neck of the woods?
Every girl I ever.
Can you lean in? Can you stop?
Every girl I ever meet is either like
spider.
fucking.
No, you can talk at the same pitch, like same.
No, we're
Volume.
fine. We're fine. How are you doing, Frank?
No, it barely fucking records
How
when
are-
you're back there.
How are you doing, Frank? Because apparently I can't share my story.
You can share your story. Just fucking tell us it. We're old men.
You fucking bitch.
How much fucking volume was on that? All right.
You're like barely making any
Javier,
words.
I do have a question.
What?
All right, so it sounds like you're taking this online dating thing pretty seriously.
No.
You know, he says that, but I don't know. He's on there way more than me.
So like you use Tinder, right?
Not anymore.
All right, do you use OkCupid,
Not anymore.
eHarmony,
No.
Plenty of Fish,
Isn't eHarmony for black people?
Craigslist? What
No.
the fuck?
He uses
No.
OkCupid. He's
No.
lying too.
Black
I've
people
seen
date.
Craigslist
Black
before.
people date is for
black people.
Yeah. I don't know why that's okay. I've never understood that. There's like...
Yeah, I want to go to Christian Mingle, but I'm
Christian
atheist.
Mingle
Like,
is
it sucks.
farmersonly.com. That's
Yeah.
another one. Have you ever been on that? There's a bunch of 50-year-old women whose husbands died by farming equipment, and they're like all looking for the next guy. And it's
Are you
like,
fucking serious?
Yeah, go on there.
Shit!
I'm not even kidding. Like they're a
Damn
bunch
farm women.
of lonely women. Whammon.
Well, I.
All farmers what?
Farmersonly.com.
Have you never seen the commercial, dude? It's like on every other day.
Yeah, but it's only played in like the. Like on eHarmony or some shit, they're gonna match up someone from like Chicago or whatever. Well, that's.
I have to. On my post.
Do it, dude. Find
I
some fake ones.
Okay.
So what were you gonna ask, Max? Did I take this shit seriously?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
You think I do? What do you mean by seriously?
I mean, is there anyone at the moment you're texting right now that you feel interested
no, none of them.
in? How
are.
many people are you texting right now?
You want a specific number?
Yes.
3.
How old should I be?
3?
3.
You fucking player. I've never texted 3 women at the same time.
No, well, it's like
Take my mom.
you can kind of tell right off the bat
Take
if
your photo.
anything is gonna go well or not.
You take a picture
Look at
of
the
yourself?
profile photo is like a guy with a fucking
should.
cowboy hat. Look at that. Yippee-ki motherfucking
Oh,
yay.
here.
Whose
You wanna-
fucking
you wanna-
phone is ringing?
you
Get
wanna-
this shit out of my... I'm gonna throw this across the
Do you want
room.
to use mine?
Do I want to
You
use
take a picture of my face
No.
for this profile?
fine.
Dude,
I
use a
got all
picture
my-
of Tim.
I got
Take a
all
pic...
my-
Dude, I'll send you a picture of Tim.
No, it's not.
Please.
I have all my.
Please.
I have all
I
my.
could use the profile picture of the chat.
Holy shit! Fucking 24,999 members online right now.
Jesus, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, most of them are women.
23 years old, 30 years old, 19 years old.
But these were mainly country folk.
Yeah. Women who want to work with a country man want to get fucked by a
sounds
country
nice.
man. If you're
Yo, this one's from. Oh shit, I can't say the location, but I mean,
That's it.
you guys see that?
No.
oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm planning on going
Oh.
camping this summer.
Camping.
I want to go camping. You guys want to go camping sometime?
No. We're not the same reporter, Max.
I don't give a fuck.
You went with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't
okay,
mean you
hang-
can't.
Hang on.
No, I don't want to
Hang
hang
on.
out.
Okay.
I know what
I'll
goes
get off
on
this.
the woods at night. How many tabs do you have open, dude?
I'm like that too. Remember that
Holy
time
shit.
when we were in government and I got called out on having so many damn tabs open?
Okay, so yeah, I like that day because you had a bunch of fucking tabs open, and she was like, "Max, close all your fucking tabs," which gave me enough time to close all my fucking tabs. Like, I had even way more than you, and I was just like, and shit.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
I'm organized.
That was funny. You remember when we were
I have
playing
several
Yu-Gi-Oh?
windows open.
And she came over and she was like, "What are you guys playing?" And then we like exited out super fucking fast. And she's like, "Oh, you guys like anime?" And I was like, "No, don't talk." To me.
Yeah, I remember when we were both playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Network, and then she'd walk over, she'd be like, "Guys," and then we'd still be playing.
Yeah.
Or no, you'd always jump off, and then at one point I just realized how futile it was to like stop, so I just stayed on.
Well, it was like I would jump off.
You were
But-
fast at it. Like you would have never gotten caught. I had like autistic hands. Like I didn't have that.
Really, I
speed.
thought I had the slow retard hands. I always felt like I got caught. But yeah, no, I got really good at it because in French class, the teacher would always like, she'd know that me and Jaime were playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So I like fucking swipe that shit like card. Like if I actually drew a card on my mouse pad, I just go and switch it out. But yeah, no, I remember playing. That's fun.
That was fun as fuck. That was
I
like
did
the
that.
only time that I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was actually fun.
You want to know what game I do want to play though? Town of Salem, but not,
I was about to say
but
that.
not like playing Town of Salem like on the computer, but like
in real life.
yeah, IRL. It's called Mafia. It's basically Town of Salem.
Call of
Like,
Duty
looks like a
custom
real
games should
game?
have that.
yeah, like someone is like fucking the doctor. There's two mafias, shit like that. But we need
Yeah.
like a bit more people. So I think that would be pretty fun.
I think
In
a
real life,
a
though?
real Town of Salem. would be
Yeah,
pretty
so
fun.
it'd be like we'd
Except-
all sit in
except,
like on a couch.
Should we actually hang people?
Are people actually gonna die?
Of course.
Oh
Yo,
god.
how much money do you think it would take to buy like,
Max,
like
stop.
10 houses, right?
10 houses.
10 little
real
houses.
I think a trailer court would be a lot easier.
Okay, 10 trailer courts.
Okay.
Okay, and it all, but we have to have all of the clothes on, like pilgrim clothes,
Okay.
all that shit.
Oh, you wanna
okay,
invest
and
into some shit?
inside the houses, like there's little cards that tell people what their roles are once they come in, and only you know your role. And when you walk in, you can come inside, go outside, and you can talk and discuss and shit. And you take turns, and there's waiting periods and shit like that. But everyone
sounds elaborate as fuck.
Well, it's the fucking game.
Yeah,
like,
this is basically what I was saying. Is
You would need people who would take the game seriously.
make the game IRL, have moderators, get paid. Boy, there's people who would love to do that.
well, like,
And then wouldn't you love to witness like people, like,
actually die.
well, not actually dying, but like going up to the altar and people saying like "fucking hang him," like that.
Hang him! Hang him!
Lynch him!
Hang him!
Everyone's just screaming, just like the chat. It's like fucking.
Everyone's
just like random lynch.
Everyone just starts chucking tomatoes.
Yeah, and like when you die, let's just say that in each house when you die, there's like a back door, and the moderators like escort you out.
then the mafia comes and kills you.
yeah, but like that would be fun.
Well, I mean, I also don't want to spend like a fortune, but
Yo, man, but if I was like a millionaire, I'd totally do that.
I'm saying like if we have like at least like 8 people, we could just do it.
I'm gonna
We'd
get
have like
5.
one moderator, which would basically be like, okay, it's night now, and
Dude,
then it'd be
get
like
Casey on
it'd
this
be
shit.
like mafia. Who do you want to kill? And then like everyone would have their eyes closed and head down, and then like the mafia would raise their
their.
And then they would be like, Doctor, who do you want to kill?
Yeah, they like raise their head, and then they'd just be like, who do you want to kill, mafia? And then they just point. And then it'd be like, Doctor, who do you want to save? And then they point.
Kind of
and
like
then
in the same.
yeah, and then then you just close your eyes, and then the investigator, detective, who do you want to investigate? And then they choose. But there's people that are like villagers, right?
Yeah.
And then once basically the night is over, they're like, okay, mafia killed this person. And then that person has to leave.
I think it would work if like
Yeah.
if everyone had like a phone in their like little rooms or whatever. Like once you return back to your room and just call it night.
What the fuck?
It's easier.
What the fuck, Max? No, this is getting too elaborate. I'm just saying, like, this would be fun.
know.
And you're like, no, we can incorporate fucking
No,
text and shit.
I know, but like it sounds like some heads up 7-Up shit when you can actually have like a real place to do it. Like the theatrical scene of everything. Like Town of Salem is only
we
fun.
can't afford that
Max,
shit.
I know, but
this
like
is
that
going
sounds-
way over your head. I'm saying it would be fun if we would play that at my house, not in a
Oh.
fucking theater. Like
Okay.
you're getting way too into this.
yeah, no. I'm thinking,
Well, I'm just saying it would be
I'm
fun.
thinking big picture. Here.
And then basically once that all happens, then everyone would discuss like, okay, who's the mafia?
Hang him!
And then you'd be like,
Hang him!
then you'd be like, I don't know, Javier's looking pretty suspicious, and then Javier would try to convince us that he's not mafia and stuff like that. I think that would be fun.
I think there's like games on you can buy like they're in board games style where you get a card and it tells you what your character is.
Oh yeah, there's like a lot of those types of
And you
games.
just fucking do that.
Well, it's like
I like
you can write on a piece.
if we
of fucking
had
paper.
the money to do that, it would be pretty sweet. If we had the resources, which
I'm
we
just
don't.
saying, if we,
I know, but
if
like,
we had some
If one day I'm pretty sure something like your school could organize that shit.
yeah,
It could. It's like everybody just kind of bring your own props, and then we'll
people
go.
could watch. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to be like little houses. It could be like tents.
Yeah, they can be just out in the open field and just have people watching.
Like on the football
And
field.
then you'd be like,
Yeah.
it was fucking Max.
I think
hang him!
cool.
Hang him!
I
you got hanged, and you ended up being the doctor.
Oh guys, fuck! Yeah,
I don't know, dude.
I think the cool part of Town of Salem is just the fact that it takes place in like the witch trial times, and if you're not in that era, it's not as fun.
Because it's not realistic.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
Well, I mean,
We
I'm
lethally
I'm
inject
saying
Imagine
it
you're
would
in
be
the
a
courtroom
fun
and you just keep
game.
hearing it
I'm
go,
sorry I even brought it up.
hang him! Hang him! Hang him! He's guilty!
Apparently we can't play the game unless
Imagine,
we fucking invest
imagine
in
I go
houses.
to the courthouse to pay my speeding ticket. I just hear the back. Hang him! Hang him!
Dude, I gotta lower that volume. Oh, here's loud, man. But yeah, man. I mean, fuck. I don't know. You want to bring Casey over?
That'd be fun. Bring her over. That'd be
Dude,
pretty cool.
no,
That'd
yeah.
be pretty dope.
I don't know. I think we'd have to figure it out on paper.
We
if
could
we're
have.
not.
We can,
There's
think-
nothing to figure out. It's just we need more people.
No, that's not it.
Yes, it
No,
is.
no,
Max,
it's
so
yes,
we
it is.
need
Nope.
the dresses.
Okay,
there's so
we
many
need
questions
the
I have.
houses.
Okay, okay,
we
shut up,
need
shut up, shut
the
up, shut up,
props.
shut up.
Hang him!
Shut up. Jesus. All right. What are your qualms here? What do you got?
Okay.
I need to go piss.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we both know that Town of Salem starts with timers, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and
That's what the moderator's
Game's a lot
for.
of
Is you
fun.
have like 5 minutes to talk. Is the rule. You can look this up. It's on YouTube. People do this all the time.
yeah, I know.
So they're like, okay, you guys have 5 minutes, and once the time runs out, everyone can choose. Okay, let's hang this person, or they can just be like,
write it on a piece of paper or something like that.
no, you kind of. It's more so like, I believe Max is the mafia, and then like example, Tim would be like, yeah, me too, I believe it, but then you're like, no, I think it's Javier, right? And then it would be like, okay, 3, 2, 1, everyone point at who you think is mafia, and then we'd all point at you or whoever. Like that's how it would work. Like it doesn't have to be fucking anonymous, you know.
Okay, all right.
What else you got?
I like the idea. Like, I just think there's a lot of things that would go wrong.
All right, what else do you think?
All right,
around?
so the heads up, 7-Up type shit, right? When you're
Right.
mafia,
That's what the moderator.
When
That's
you're
what the-
mafia and
yeah.
you're talking,
You don't talk.
People can recognize your voice.
You don't
Right.
talk when you're mafia. No one talks other than.
There's
the
a lot
moderator.
of versions of this.
So
game.
basically, like the moderator would be like, okay, everyone heads down, and if they basically, someone's just being a dick, you easily just kick them out. It's like
Yeah.
we're
Well,
playing this game, dog.
Which is why, like,
hang on. So like you have your head down, and they're like mafia. Who do you want to kill? The mafia will just open their eyes and then like look around. You try not to make noise so people don't notice, and then you're like, okay, who do you want to kill? And you point at whoever, right?
yeah.
So if you're like, I want to kill Tim, it's like, okay, well, that's clearly, you're mafia.
I mean,
like,
another way you can do it is just like when it's like nighttime, you can just everybody have their blindfolds on. And,
yeah, you can use blindfolds.
and then
or
probably
some shit,
have
yeah.
like everyone just quickly put your headset on or earbuds on and play some loud music, and then the moderators.
See,
No, because that doesn't work. Because
No,
the
it
moderator's like, what
Oh,
mafia?
no, 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 no. Hey,
and the
hey,
mafia's like,
let me fucking
jamming the
speak to
fuck
you.
out at
You're
some
missing-
shit.
you're
The
missing a
moderators
huge
will
part.
moderators know who it is, so they will
Yeah,
approach.
yank
They'll
the headphones.
probably just tap the person on the shoulder, and then the person will like
Well,
be like,
Well, okay, you're missing out on the fact that in the game,
I know.
when people talk, they don't just look at whoever, and they don't just vote by pointing, or they don't vote on hand signals or whatever. Like, there's a lot of miscommunication that can go on. Versus when people can actually be in the same room with each other for 30 seconds and be like, "Yo, I fucking think that Javier is the killer.
Well,
I think
that's-
he should do
okay,
it."
so
and then you leave.
let me make this even more cut and dry of how it is, because you're just missing the point here. So the night starts, right? Everybody is blindfolded.
Okay.
The moderator is the one that's like basically asking who's the doctor, who's the mafia, and who's the detective, right? So they'll be like, mafia, wake up. There's usually 2 mafias, right?
Right.
So the 2 mafias, they're
Set the scene here.
the goal of the my fucking couch, and the goal of the game, right, is for the last person to be alive of the mafias, right, to kill everybody for them to win.
Yeah.
And to win the game, if you're not mafia, is to kill off the mafia, right? So they're like, mafia, wake up. They'll look up and they'll be like, okay, who do you guys want to kill? Because there's 2, right? So
Okay.
they'll be like, let's say it's me and Javier, and I point at you. It's easy. Like, it's not like I'm not some fucking
Yeah, no,
tin
but the moderator,
man. Like, I don't
yeah,
fucking
no, but
crack.
the moderator.
No, the
saying
moderator-
who you want to kill would never happen. So that's the problem with the moderator. The moderator has too much control. The only thing the moderator should do, really, is just be aware and keep score. That's it.
No, Max, you're not.
okay, here's one thing.
Ba-
Right?
so,
This game
hang
you
on.
guys are describing right now is way different from Town of Salem, but Town of Salem has the.
No, I'm like
advan-
saying fucking play Town of Salem.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Exactly,
saying,
to
like-
the T.
Yeah.
No.
different.
Like
Just have
everybody
one
has
person.
everybody has a role, but then you would have like in Town of Salem when it's nighttime, Mafia has its own chat, Jailer has his own chat,
they
the
have to
medium
talk.
has its
Do
own
you
chat.
really fucking think Tim is gonna play a fucking role that long?
You just
In
get
all
a card.
honesty,
You get a
Max,
card.
like no one's gonna act like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking convict of whatever. No, it's like
you get a card.
this
That's
is
it.
a game
But
to
the thing
just
about, the
play.
thing about Town of
moderator.
Salem has so many roles that the only way it would work was if like everyone was well aware of everything and were dedicated to the game.
Basically, yeah.
But the game you're
I'm
describing,
saying this is
you're-
easier to
the,
play.
yeah, the game you're describing is a very simple,
Super simplified.
simplified.
Basically,
There's
yeah.
not that many
Basically,
roles.
Ta of Saul, not
Yeah.
the entire game of Town.
But it's like
Town of Salt.
but basically,
Town of
even
Salt.
if like the doctor dies, the moderator will still be like, "Doctor, who do you want to save?" Even though there's no doctor left, just to confuse
Yeah.
like people and be like, "Okay, the doctor's still alive," or like, "Okay, we still have 2 mafias." Like, because the mafia can only kill one person.
But is the moderator playing the game? Or
No, the moderator's
he's
not
just
playing the
third
game.
person?
He's just there to be
See,
keep
okay.
score and shit.
That sounds
No,
boring.
no.
For the moderator.
It's not. He's not keeping score. He's giving instructions.
He's just saying.
He's
He's
No, he's not giving instructions.
Yeah,
he's
he
basically
is.
saying
He's
like,
saying-
"Who do you want to kill?" And then the person's like, "Okay," and then he writes it down like, "Okay,
Yeah,
he's gonna die."
And at the end of the next day, be like, this person died of mafia.
Yeah, and then
this
like,
person was healed by the doctor.
Yeah.
The moderator.
like mafia tried to kill him, but the doctor saved him.
All right,
and then it's like, okay, who do you guys think is mafia? And then they
let's say
trying to do that.
Let's say the moderator in Town of Salem at the moment, the computer game.
who gives a fuck about
Is-
Town of Salem?
No, is
Honestly, that was really fun.
it's actually the computer program that cycles through day and night. That's the moderator. The
Right,
moderator's the
yes.
one who says, okay, it's discussion time. The moderator's the one that says,
Basically,
to vote on trial. The moderator's the only thing is the time. That's it.
yeah.
So that's what the human should do, not, fucking ask every individual person.
You don't fucking ask every individual
That's what it
person.
sounds like.
You ask
Hey,
the
mafia, 3 people.
Hey,
who-
No, you don't fucking say 3
Here.
people. You
No,
retard.
no, I know,
You're,
but
you're
no,
just like
mafia-
mafia. Who do you kill? Okay, heads down.
Here,
Doctor,
look,
who do you
look,
want to save? Okay, heads down. Detective, who do you want to investigate? That's
Yeah,
it.
so that's too much work.
So
See?
Here.
He's
how
taking
is that too much
It
work?
takes too long.
You lazy motherfucker.
No, it takes way too
Max,
long.
it takes at most like 10 seconds. For all
No,
of
it
this to
doesn't.
go on.
It
Yes, it
doesn't.
does. Because
No.
it's just pointing. And then if the detective's like, okay, who is he? They'll just raise a finger.
Hey,
and they'll
can
be
I-
like, that
can I say
villager.
something?
And then they'll be like, doctor.
Can I
and
say
then they'll be like, mafia.
No, hold on.
Like,
Frank,
Can I
Frank,
say
Ah,
something?
Jesus Christ.
Can I say something?
if the moderator was not the one who had to say, right? If he didn't have to say, hey, mafia, who do you want to kill, right? If he didn't have to say that, it's like this. They could just have 30 seconds to discuss on their own what they want to do, and everyone else at the same time could just discuss on their own or think on
Yes,
their own
Max,
what they
but
want to do. So,
Max,
hold on.
I want to do this IRL.
Yeah, you
It's
can. That's
hard.
how you should do it.
No, you're making
Everyone-
this way too complicated.
Everyone gets a card. Everyone gets a card that tells their role, just the same way Town of Salem works. You get a fucking thing that tells you your role, right? And it tells you what you can do with your role, right? Moderators tells you how much time you have to
We also
perform
don't have that
perform
much
your role.
people, dude.
You need to, yeah. It doesn't matter how many people you have, but it just matters like you play the game the way it's supposed to be played, not like to give one person all this power. And the moderator shouldn't
It's-
have that much power.
It's not even power. Like, they're not going to win the fucking game. They're just there to be there. You know, like, you'd cycle through, like, okay, it's my turn this game. I'll be the moderator.
They're God.
It's too controlling.
Yeah, they're not controlling any.
All right, so let's say
Here.
Town of Salem has how many players? 12.
12 players.
All right, so 12 players.
roles.
Moderator has to go and ask each role.
No, they fucking don't.
That's
No,
what
Ma-
it sounds like.
Max,
No, they don't.
Here.
Max, you're
There's-
missing this. Okay, so let's say there's 12 people.
I can explain
No,
all of this.
no, fuck you.
I can show you
no, I'm
an
triggered.
actual
Hang on.
video where Max will be explain how the game would work.
I know I understand what he's talking about, but what I'm saying is completely different. And I'm like, Max, I don't want to do that, is what I'm saying. But you're like, no, we can do it this way. We can buy 6 fucking houses, dude. No.
No.
What I'm saying is, even though there's 12 people, right, in the
Right.
game, let's say we have 12 people,
Yeah,
and
how
there's
many
one
moderators?
moderator, so 13
Oh,
in
God.
total,
Yeah.
right?
We don't have
people,
that many friends.
And let's say there's only 2 mafia, 1
Okay.
doctor,
Okay.
and a detective, so 4
Okay.
people.
Okay.
So 8 people are villagers, right?
Different types, yeah.
Yeah, so this isn't like Town of Salem, how everyone has like a role, like farmer. Or
These
whatever,
are just
blah, blah, blah.
villagers.
They're just villagers, right?
Yeah,
so
they have no power.
they
they're just
would not.
victims.
Yeah, the moderator does not ask those 8 other people anything. So like
Oh, so this
the
is-
entire game, you're wondering, okay, fuck, who is the mafia?
Where are
Who
you
is the
getting this
doctor?
from?
From the fucking internet. It's called Mafia. That's what the game is called.
Okay,
I'm just
so
saying.
you're
It was,
talking about
I'm just.
Mafia.
I was just saying it's like
Town of
similar to
Salem.
kind of Town of Salem, and I was like, it's kind of that same
Yeah.
concept, is what I'm saying. And they only ask. That's why they say it out loud, and no one knows who he's asking, right?
Yeah.
So there's 12 people. Everyone's heads down, except for the mafia. They have their eyes open, and they're like, I want to kill that person. And they have to come in the consensus of those 2 people. They're like, that person. They're like, no, let's go Max. Let's go Javier, right? It's kind of like that. So they only ask 3 times, right? So they're like, Mafia, who do you want to kill? You have 10 seconds, decide. And then they're like, okay, Doctor, who do you want to save? You have 10 seconds, or whatever. And then Detective, who do you want to investigate? And the detective's like, okay, I feel like Javier's the Mafia. Javier's a villager. The moderator wouldn't say that he's a villager. You just like either raise a note or just, villager with a V. And then heads down. Then the day would start, and then they'd be like, okay, Javier died, he's out. And then everyone would be like, So who's Mafia? You know, you're trying to get each other to be like,
it works
to fuck up.
Yeah,
like,
that game Mafia works like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Town of Salem.
Town of Salem would not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to play Town of Salem. I want to play Mafia.
Obviously, this is on a Minecraft server, but this is they're playing exactly as if it were real life. But I guess you understand.
What do you mean Minecraft is real life?
Like, okay, so
I think
the whole reason we were arguing was because you were trying to describe Mafia.
I said it like 3 times. I was like, Max, I want to play Mafia.
Well,
Like, that's not how Town of Salem
you.
works. And I'm like, it's
Hey,
similar
look,
to Town of Salem.
I feel
Max, let's agree that it was just a waste of like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Alright, what's up?
I feel like it'd be cool if the best way to play Town of Salem.
Yeah, also, can you lean in forward?
Wouldn't be in fucking real life, but like if we just got on like let's say
Yes, I'm saying I would love to play Town of Salem on a computer. That's
whether it be
fine.
like COD in a custom game lobby or Minecraft in just regular plain world, and then everyone was in they were
like a separate voice chats.
group chats on your phone, and you
yeah.
would just be like, all right guys, nighttime, everybody mutes their mic, and then like the moderator or whatever will just be like, I'll give you guys a minute, and you go to your own chats, and if you're like Mafia, obviously you talk with the other Mafia guys.
Yeah.
And if you're a townie or if you have a role that you can do something at night, you go to that chat or whatever. And then once the night's over, the moderator will be like, oh, okay. And he just fucking slices whoever the Mafia decided to kill.
Yeah, after 7 hits, they die. Yeah.
After 7 hits, they die. It'd be fun. I love Town of Salem, the game. It's awesome. The amount of roles and like how much, since it's just text is all you read. That's how you talk to the other players.
Yeah.
So through text, you cannot detect emotions, tone of voice, anything that could give off if they're Mafia or not.
Yeah. No.
But if this is in real life,
Yeah,
and
you
like,
can really juke someone out.
You can like kind of pressure someone to be like, "Are you fucking Mafia? Are you fucking Mafia?
By-
Hang him!
by-
Hang him!"
by pressure someone, you meet him to the point where he just cracks and he's like, "Okay, guys."
Yeah, I'm fucking
Yeah.
Mafia, guys. I'm so sorry.
I'm just saying, if we, for some fucking reason, we have some people and we don't have anything to do, we can do some Mafia.
We can
That would be
role
fun. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
that's all
We
I'm
can
trying to
play
do.
Mafia.
That'd be fun.
Mafia
We should make that happen.
played-
Bring over Parker, bring over Casey and Gage, and
Yeah, we would love that.
actually don't bring over Gage. Let's bring Raul. I mean, fuck it. I mean, I invited Raul. I was like, hey, whenever you want to come over,
Frank,
you
I'll
just come
bring
over.
over your neighbor.
No.
Yeah, we'll hang him right away, but
Hang him!
Hang him!
like every game, we just like make it so me and Max are Mafia. We just keep on killing John just to get him out of the game.
It'd be fun. We should.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
After the podcast, we should. I'm serious. I don't know if you
I
guys
don't
are
really
serious
care of
I'd be
having
very
Casey over. I don't mind. She's okay.
Yeah,
You hear that, Casey? You're just okay.
Dude, we
She
could
is
bring
pretty
over
competitive,
fucking
so it is fun.
Tim's sister Julian. I'm pretty sure she likes games. I think.
Oh god.
I don't know.
Is she like moving into a house with her boyfriend?
Is she?
Or apartment?
I have no fucking idea.
I think Tim said they're moving pretty fast or something like that.
Oh no, he said because she's going to like ISU or some shit, and like her boyfriend is about to like get a degree in welding or some shit.
Oh yeah.
That's why he was like, "Damn, they're moving fast," even though this is like their first year. So.
Yeah.
First year of school. I mean, yeah, and I don't know if you want to bring Caesar over. So.
No, you. No.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
Max.
have to end up boxing him, and
Hang him!
yeah, we all know
How
that
dare
would
you
go.
hang me? And he like raises his fist. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you bring your siblings
We'll end
over.
up- We'll end up having like a YouTube fight montage. Push me, call me gay or something.
Don't bring Angel
That'd be
over.
fun.
Man. I don't know. I don't want him vaping on my couch. I don't
be
want that
fun.
shit.
He doesn't vape.
Damn.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, do that.
Yeah, dude.
You invite Aaron over, my
Oh,
cousin.
oh, shit.
Tim can hang with Aaron.
Oh
after
shit!
work.
I don't know, man. I
Wow,
work with
what?
him.
Yeah, so what? You're friends
Well, I'm
with
like-
my cousin who I know my entire life.
Well, I don't want to, because at work I'm just like, hey, morning, Aaron. I don't want to, God, Max, shit like that. Like I don't want him to hear me. That's just, I don't know if he has power over firing me, dude.
Aaron would never fire anybody.
No.
I don't know. I get.
As long as you show up to work and you
No,
do,
you
and
never
do
know.
work.
What
Aaron used to show up late all the time.
But what if?
But what if and I'm like, wow, Aaron, you cunt, you fucking hanged me.
Then
Like,
he'd be like, wow, language,
well,
that's about it.
Shut the fuck up, you're in my house.
Yeah. Because
Oh, okay.
Aaron doesn't swear.
Okay.
I noticed, yeah.
Does Aaron like to play games? I guess.
Yeah, I think so. As long as it's like.
It'd be slightly uncomfortable, but I guess I can bear with it.
I mean, he likes to chill as much as everybody else. Like when I go over to Mike's, he just plays Super Mario and he like is on his phone and like hangs out, listens to music and like drinks beer. That's it.
Damn, in the corner.
No, like we're always hanging out.
Oh.
And he talks about stuff too. So.
All right, man. I mean, if Parker doesn't have shit to do, you can bring over.
Yeah, Parker's.
You guys want to go role play a 1600s?
Okay, don't fucking say that. You guys want to role play it?
Witch trials?
You guys like to roleplay the Salem witch trials?
You guys need to bring your own props. Bring your own news too.
I'm trying to think. I don't really know anyone else that I want here. Okay, so like, it'd be, I mean, including Jaime if I force him.
I doubt the amount of effort and enthusiasm.
So that's 6.
Jaime has no competitive.
That's
drive.
He does, but he hates losing. That's why he fucking hates it. So if you're like Jaime, I think your mom would be like, man, fuck you. I don't. But I think it'd be fun.
He could be a good villager, right?
Yeah, he'd be a good guy to kill right away. But we'd have 6 people. If you invite Casey, that's 7. If we have Raul, that's 8, and that's kind of enough.
No, yeah,
okay, thank you. If we have Aaron and Parker over,
fucking kidding.
That's 10 people, so that would be enough. But anyway, but we. so we'd have like 10 people. That would pretty much be enough, and then someone could be moderator every game. We just kind of rotate.
Hi, making me moderator.
Who do you guys wanna go? I feel like something fucking hilarious would be if Tim's moderator and he's just like, Aaron, who do you want to kill? Or like, Max, who do you want to kill? And then he just put the game up.
Start sweating.
No, he just like name off who's the doctor. And be like,
we're like
okay,
25
Javier.
minutes in.
Yeah, like we're deep into the game, and then Tim was like, okay, Javier, who do you want to save? And like everybody's just like, fuck. Like we know Javier's a doctor now. Like, okay, well, fuck.
Fuck
and then
me.
Tim was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Who do I want to heal? I'm gonna heal myself, bitch. Thank you.
Javier, I mean Jaime. Wait, no, you're the mafia. Hang on. I feel like that's something like that would play out.
It would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd be a fun night just to do
It would be. I mean, do you guys remember when we played Monopoly?
We played Monopoly. You mean me and Javier fucking had the battle of the century over fucking who could own more shit.
I would totally play Monopoly again.
It was a lot of fun.
Okay, now if you had Monopoly here, I know in a heartbeat, Casey come over and you guys could see her.
Oh wait, but we also have like
flip
John
the board
to like
out.
to my fucking house. Yeah, I
It'd
just
be fun to play.
She would still come over.
Okay.
She's not affected by him, so.
Okay. Her John Dar won't fucking activate.
No.
Okay. I'm saying.
I mean, that was Frank
if
that
he
made
comes
Casey.
over, I'll say something and stop him.
What the fuck do you mean if he comes over? This is
Because
my
you
house.
might see her
This
car.
is my
You
fucking
might, like,
house.
see her
I know,
car.
but I can kick him out. Like, you know.
No,
It's
Frank, it'd be my honor, man.
It's
Frank, please!
It's like, oh, Frank.
Please!
It's like, oh, dude, I know you like John coming over. But it's like, what the fuck? No, I don't invite people other than you guys. I don't want him here.
He doesn't even invite me. I just show up.
Yeah, do you ever
I
just
invited
open
you.
the door and walk in?
No.
You always ring the doorbell.
I've never done
I
that in
always
my
ring the
life.
doorbell. I'll always ring the doorbell until you just give me the rights to just come on in. And then I'll be like, Raul, and I'll come in and I'll eat your food.
Yeah,
Like,
what food?
Exactly. I'll find whatever scraps you have and finish them off, and then complain about you not having them, and then like bring my own food.
Alright, well that was a good way to kill 40 minutes. So I think I ran out of topics.
Back to the pond.
Yo, Javier's or not
Look
Javier.
at the volume on that every time we say it. We're gonna have to go back to when we were talking really fucking loud.
Let's see here.
Like when Frank was
You guys ever have sleep paralysis?
sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
Sleeper houses.
No, I'm fucking with you. No, I just have crazy dreams all the time. What you have sleep
Yeah,
paralysis?
because of no fap.
Oh, paralysis.
You ever have it?
Oh yeah, no
No.
fap. No fap gives you weird dreams, man. It really does.
We already went on that
your,
tangent before.
your testosterone gets fucked up.
Testosterone fueled game.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have sleep paralysis really bad. I think it was like last month. But basically, I came back from work and I was like, I got nothing to do. So I'm just going to go to sleep. And I went to sleep and like, it's really weird because your eyes are closed, but you can see. And like, you're aware. Like, I was aware of my entire room. and I couldn't move my body. Like, you just can't. It's like weird. And then like you start hearing shit, and it gets really fucking creepy. So basically, the thing is you can get really anxious if you're like thinking, oh shit, what if there's like a monster right next to me? Like your mind will instantly just like think of like of an actual fucking monster like next to you, and then you'll start to get really scared. Your heartbeat will increase like crazy, and you might die. So the only way to get out of it is wait it out or try to break out of it, which is what I did. So I was sleeping, and then like I was just like, I recently just got off the phone with my mom, and then I was just like, did that sound like my mom's voice? And then like I just heard her talking to me as if she was like right next to my ear, like full out conversation. And then I was like, this isn't fucking real. This isn't fucking real. Like this is not real. And like, you know, I can't even move anything. Like basically the only thing that's like I'm able to move is my eyes. And then, you know, I broke free from it. I was like, holy shit, you know, I was like, dude, that was fucked. And this happened like 8 times in a row, like consistently. And it was, each time it was different. So like the next time I was like, there's something in the fucking corner of my room. And then like I just saw like this big black shadow in the corner of the room, and like with just long ass hands like slowly trying to grab me. And then I was like, I broke free again. And then I was like, oh Jesus fuck. And then I was like, all right, time to go to bed again. And it happened over and over and over and over and over for like the course of like 3 hours. And like each time it was more and more terrifying than the last. And then I was just like just sweating, and I was like, fuck me, dude. And I was
Wake
like,
up with jizz on the ceiling or something.
yeah, and I was like, oh. I'm not a devil, I'm not a man, I'm a devil man. But fucking yeah, it was just like really fucked up, and I want to know if you guys had that same experience.
No.
But it's like
No, I've
it's
had
like trying to move an example. Like if you have a tail right now, like try to move it. You can't because you don't have it, right? Like that's how it feels, but your entire body, like you can't like make your body move, like not even a finger. Like you guys remember, or Max, I guess. Well, Javier, you also read it, but like in Boku no Hero, you know, when he gets like mind controlled, and then like he moves his finger, and like his whole body just snaps out of it. Mm-hmm. That's basically what I was trying to do. Not because I remember that scene, but I was like, the only thing I could move was like my little toe of my foot, and I was like, that's not enough, and I was like, I need to move my finger, and it's like just insane, like you know when you're like pushing a shit out, and you're like, oh fuck, you know, like you're putting a lot of pressure and like a lot of thought and shit, and like I was able to feel my finger slightly move, and then it just like yanked it like hard, and almost like fucking hurt myself and shit. But Javier, can you stop fucking typing in the chat?
I've only had dreams where like not like where I'm actually laying in bed and like I can hear and see things where I am.
Yeah.
You know, but just like I've had dreams that were really vivid, that they scarred me.
Yeah, what's the most scarring dream that you've ever had? Do you remember? Because usually, oh, nice.
Yeah, because it was pretty fucked up, and the only reason why I mean, I have a couple. Like, I have one that I had when I was, like, 8. Yeah, I still remember. But this one I had when I was, like, probably 16. And there was, so my dream started with me in my room, and I heard, I go downstairs. Like, I go downstairs, my family is watching TV. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning. And time in dreams is never actually the time that you see it as, you know? Mm-hmm. So I actually don't know what time it is, of course, but I go downstairs and I'm looking at the clocks, and on everywhere it says around like 9:03. I remember the time exactly because when I was talking to my parents, they were downstairs and they're all like talking like normal and shit. My dad was expecting this guy to come over with a van and like he was to help him out with some tools and shit.
Okay.
And he was like, all right, yeah, I'll just be out in the front working on like my car or whatever. And then like, I don't remember what you're talking about.
Cause I feel like that is exactly how your dad talks to. It's like,
yes. No, but,
it's like so vague. He's like, yeah, Max is front. I'm just going to go work on my car.
It's gonna go.
Max is upstairs. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But my brother was downstairs as well, which, you know, is back when he was like living with us. And my sister was downstairs. My whole family was downstairs.
Okay.
I went upstairs and then I heard loud shouting outside.
Okay.
Now my first instinct was to look outside my bedroom window.
Oh, it's just Javier.
You know, like right. You just look outside.
Yeah.
And in my dream, I look outside, and now it's like there's these guys in hazmat suits outside, and they're in full yellow hazmat suits. I can't see their faces. I just know they're yelling, and my dad's outside, and he's getting yelled at, and one guy draws a gun on him.
Oh shit!
And my dad's just like, "No, you can't fucking do that." You know, he's yelling because my dad doesn't back down from confrontation at all, right? And so like he's yelling at this dude, and this my mom comes outside, and I'm just like, holy shit, you know, and my brother from downstairs yells my name, you know, and he's just like,
what's your name?
What?
What's your name?
Max.
Okay.
he yells
hard.
Yeah, he yells Max. He says, "Get the fuck upstairs right now." And I'm walking down. I was walking down the stairs because after I saw my mom come outside, I was like, "Oh shit, they're gonna do something." And so I walked downstairs, and my brother yells at me like, "Get the fuck back upstairs!" and tells Hannah to get upstairs. And my brother, in his hand, he had a kitchen knife. And he's in the front porch, and he walks outside.
He's about to fucking
fuck
these dudes up.
Yeah, he walks outside with a kitchen knife, right? And my sister and I, you know, dreams don't work out where you're like running up the stairs and like it's where you are, you know.
It's like really slow, and you like
fall through. And so my sister and I we're like jogging up what seemed like 40 flights of stairs, and we finally got to the attic in my sister's room, and she has that little square window, like, and you can see directly outside, and all out of nowhere. There's my brother with a kitchen knife, my dad, and my mom. My dad, as we were like upstairs looking, was getting talked to, and then my oldest brother Andy, you know, he's like a fucking beast. He's out there, and
he's like almost 7 foot tall.
Yeah. And this was back when he was dating Kayla, who he was dating for like 5 years, and she broke up with him. But anyway. The main thing about
very important plot.
Because at this time in the dream, I don't think they were dating. So which was weird. But then he showed up with Kayla, and these dudes with hazmat suits telling my parents to get the fuck on the ground, right? Mm-hmm. So and then my brother Andy walks towards them to grab the gun or whatever. 3 more guys come out. One guy came out with fucking like these massive, like, you know, jaws of life that firefighters to get people out of cars. He's fucking, one guy comes out with the jaws of life and walks over to, while Andy's walking over to the guy with the gun to stop him from shooting my dad. Right. And he comes over with this jaws of life and fucking sticks it on my brother's motorcycle, and like they came on a motorcycle, and he just starts fucking crunching the motorcycle, so my brother can't leave, right? And then one of the hazmat suits guys shoots Kayla in the head. And then my brother yells at him, goes after the dude who has the jaws of life, and gonna beat the shit out of him.
The jaws of life sounds like such a badass JRPG weapon.
Yeah. But okay, so the dude with the jaws of life, he gets hit by Andy. They fall over and they're fighting and they're scrapping. My brother takes the advantage to just like try to knife this guy, right? Totally doesn't work. Totally doesn't work against this dude.
Let me like, intervene here. Like I like the image of just like Andy just brutalizing the fuck out of someone, and just like dude, and then like Parker's like, I'm gonna fucking stab him. He's just like low-key trying to.
Well, no, it's not the same guy. The dude with the gun.
I thought it was just kind of funny.
Oh yeah, like that image. Yeah, no, this is where the fucked up part happened. Was it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. And more cars started pulling up. It slowly started turning nighttime, and
at 9 a.m.
it was like 9 a.m. It slowly started turning like around 6. It got like sunset and it was getting dark, and pretty soon, my dad. Oh, okay. So what happened was I watched my dad get gunned down by another dude who was in the van. He had like an assault rifle. Right. And then my brother went to stab one of the dudes, the hazmat dudes, and right before he could stab him, he got shot once in the thigh. So he dropped the knife, and two hazmat guys restrained him, and they had these pliers, and they grabbed both of his hands.
Oh, jeez.
And they started rotating his arms. Like, damn, really, really, like, hard and, like,
and
twisting them.
It's just because you guys had asbestos in your house?
I don't fucking know, dude. And so, like, my brother who's wailing on this dude in the fucking back, right? He's just fucking wailing on this guy, murdering him, like, curb stomping him, and then, like, he's not even the one who murdered Kayla, which is the weird part. And then my sister...
I'm gonna kill your friend.
My sister is, like, crying, and she's next to me, just, like, screaming, and I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm trying to find places to hide because that's disgusting. But I saw my brother's arms get twisted to the point where... you know when you're like have a piece of gum and you twist it, and it gets thinner and thinner and thinner until it snaps. Yeah. Well, my brother's arm was bleeding. The bones were breaking through his skin. And it was getting so contracted and tight, and they were pulling, and the skin was turning like bubble gum. and there was blood dripping out of his socket, and then all of a sudden just snapped.
Some
the skin,
shit.
yeah,
I
the
like
skin.
It.
The skin.
I don't like
off.
that your brother's arms are coming
yeah,
out.
Yeah,
the
no,
concept
but
is kind of cool.
Yeah, his arms came off, and then they took his knife and they just like started stabbing his stomach, and like I was watching it happen, and then my sister was
fighting cholos.
They straight up. There was too many of them, and at that point, one of them pointed at the front door of our house, and one of them pointed at where we were.
Fuck. Oh.
So, and at that point, the only people who were still alive outside was my brother Andy, who I could hear his screams so fucking loud around the house because he was like trying to kill everyone out there, like just getting, but he was getting shot. I could tell. Like
I feel like you could do it.
Maybe, but like he was getting. Yeah, there was at least 12 of these guys running around the house. Like at this point, they were circling around the house. You could tell, and like my sister was trying to like ask me. She was crying, "Where the fuck do we go? Where the fuck do we go?" And I just told my sister like, "Okay, there's a little gap like where the insulation is in the roof of the ceiling." Like at this point in the dream, like my body physically in like the real world, I was sweating. I almost peed, like literally. I'm not even kidding. Like this was when I was 16. This dream was so fucking vivid. The air I was breathing was musty and it was fucked. And like this dude, we hear screams downstairs, and it's the guys yelling, "Get the fuck upstairs! They're upstairs. They're not on the living room floor." And then they're like at the second level of our house, where like there's my room, there's my family's room, and like they're looking everywhere.
Gears.
Right? Yeah. And so he's like, they started. I started hearing my dogs barking, and then I stopped hearing my dogs barking.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what his dogs.
Yeah, and then they were coming up the stairs. Like they were coming right up the stairs, and back at the time there used to be a mirror that pointed directly at whoever was coming down the stairs by my brother, like in the attic, because it used to be his room, and the mirror used to point to whoever was coming down the stairs, so you could easily tell from couch who was coming up.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, so my sister, I pushed her up into the ceiling, into like the fucking, that's where the asbestos was, right? But I pushed her in the ceiling, and there's that insulation. There's that insulation, and she shut it, so I'm the only one downstairs.
Wow, that's
I'm the only one in the attic, and I just thought, well, fuck, you know, and immediately I just thought, okay, I'm gonna grab a weapon, and the nearest weapon that I could find was a pull-up bar. Like, you know, my brother used to have a pull-up bar on his stairs, and so I was just waiting. I was laying really close to that, like, you know, like the opening where it was, you know, like I'm laying flat, and I see this dude coming up with like a gun, right? And before he comes up, he shot the glass, so I couldn't tell where he was or when he was coming up. And I just started like, okay, I gotta fucking move. Mm-hmm. So I hid behind some clothes, and then they were walking up the stairs, and they turned around and they were looking, and there was like two more guys coming up, and they fired everywhere in the ceiling.
Oh shit!
So they killed my sister.
All right.
And then I'm the only one left standing like in a coat rack.
Is this the Holocaust?
Basically. Yeah, right. Yeah, and I'm standing in this coat rack, and I have a pull-up bar, and I remember I was holding the pull-up bar really close to my hands, like really fucking tight, like this.
Lightsaber.
Right? Yeah, like it's gonna save me, right? And then like the guy, like I see them moving, and one of them like opened the curtain right there, and I went like this in the dream, and I woke up. Turns out I was holding like
Chance.
Well, no.
Squeezing the shit out.
No, I was holding my cell phone really tight.
Damn.
Yeah, like one of the like earlier versions of the like the flip phones or whatever, like the Motorola ones where you can like open them or whatever. I was holding that really tight, and
oh yeah, I remember that phone.
Yeah, like that. I was holding that one really fucking tight. It was like one of my first phones, and I almost like cracked the screen on it. But I woke up. That's what I was holding. This is a long story. I hope it wasn't boring, but that dream was like the worst.
I started laughing at the stair part because I remember the story of like one of your cousins or some shit just fucking fell down the stairs.
Yeah, Ryan fell the right thing.
Yeah, and I remember the time like we used to like hang at your house and in your like sister's room, and like Tony slipped and almost fell down the fucking stairs. Like it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, I feel really bad even to this day because we were all in there, and like I remember Hannah just coming in like, God, it fucking smells terrible. And I just felt so bad. I was like, it's just like 9 dudes in a fucking room, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, who was all there?
Basically me, you, Javier, Jaime, Tim, Tony, Raul. I think that was
I was never there.
You were at some when we hung out. When we hung out, yeah. You were
On
you were
Max's
over.
house? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You played fucking Naruto at my house.
Once.
Not just once. You came over multiple
No,
times.
I came once.
I remember the first time he came over. He was really awkward about it.
I remember first time Jaime came over.
But anyways,
I didn't play the game.
Javier, do you have any traumatizing dreams?
Traumatizing dreams.
Yeah.
How long is this going for?
It's almost an hour 30. I might wrap this up if you guys want to
Your
just
story was
continue.
about 12 minutes long.
I can like stop it and we can just record a new one. Technically, I'll have to
I
upload
do have
those.
one memory that I remember vividly.
But I don't give a fuck. I'll upload a 2-hour long podcast.
Haley, what?
There's 3-hour long ones, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
our watch time is like 7 minutes.
There's a Dungeons and
Squeeze
Dragons
in more
one at
items there.
BB that's 4 hours long.
Christ. But anyways, Javier,
up?
can
Traumatizing.
you sit closer and lean closer? Because I swear to God, you're being Max as he was the first time. Max is doing well. He's been a good boy. You've been a little shit. So what's going on? What's going on in that noggin? You got any?
I don't even remember how it began.
Well, if you don't got any, I certainly have a dream.
NND.
What?
NND. Martin Luther King.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Max. I have a couple.
You say one, because I'm trying to remember. There was one I was thinking of, but I'm trying to remember what even happened.
Alright, well, you think of that, I'll say mine. I have a couple that are like,
I have a 1 minute one.
okay, say it real quick.
It's my brother's.
Okay.
He still has it to this day. He's had it since he was like 6.
Parker, Andy.
Parker.
Okay.
Parker is at the. You've been at Dennis. You've been at the.
Yes, I've been
pool,
to the strip club.
The indoor pool
Yeah.
here in town.
Mhm.
All right. His dream is he's there at night in the middle of the night.
Oh,
He's walking.
Christ.
He's walking alongside where it says no slip, no running. You know, he's walking alongside of it.
Does
So
he run?
He
No.
dead ass Prince.
he-
Deja vu.
And then he gets a stern talking
he,
to.
he hears he's barefooted. I remember this dream so vividly because he's like told me multiple times. Like he's like, I had it again, you know, and like, but basically, all right, he's walking barefooted alongside the pool, and this indoor, he's the only one in there. The lights are on in the pool, and then they shut off.
Right.
And out of nowhere, he hears like someone splashing behind him, like someone's coming at him. So like
He's walking outside of the pool, right?
around it, yeah,
Okay,
around the
around
side,
it.
and it's dark in there. The lights shut off, and it's night outside, and it's pitch black, completely inside. So and then he looks around, can't see anything. Looks in the water. He thinks he sees sharks, but he can't tell. And then he hears footsteps, I think, coming behind him, like really loud ones, like wet slapping feet, just like running at him. Freaks him out. He dives into the pool because he thinks it's the safest course of action. And all around him are. He actually drew in high school.
I mean, you can like go outside.
Well, I know, but he drew this dream in high school
Okay.
for Mrs.
Yeah.
your favorite teacher.
Yeah.
And basically, everywhere around him are disconnected old TVs that are static. So he's slowly stinking. And
I
there's-
think I might have seen it. She might have shown me it because she saw me hanging out with you, I think, one time. And she was like, hey, do you know Parker? And I was like, who? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Your last name's so generic, no one's
I
going
know,
to find
yeah.
you. Like,
It's vivid as fuck.
yeah, I think she might have showed me. Because I remember disconnected TVs and then
I have
Parker
no, I have
with
no
it.
clout.
Yeah, you got no clout, dude.
But
If you ever
yeah.
get clout, it's not enough. Is that it? Is that...
Yeah, that's the dream.
Oh, okay.
And he says he wakes
Is
up.
this a boogie with a hoodie drowning fucking
Dude,
rat video,
to
dude?
me, that's a scary reoccurring dream.
I have one that I've been having since I was like a child, and it happens at least like I want to say 2 to 3 times a year. I've already had it. I had it in December, and I've yet to have it again this year. So. But it's by far the wackiest shit ever. Like I talk about it, but everyone just thinks I'm crazy. So it's like it always sometimes takes place in the same place. Sometimes it doesn't, but it usually always takes place in the same place. So basically, it's kind of like this whole white like world. You know, your ideal place.
Yeah, right.
So
Fuck yeah.
You watch Full Metal, right?
Yeah.
So you know when they go to like the door.
Not Brotherhood, just the original one.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter. They still have it. But
Yeah.
when they go to like the door, you know,
Yeah.
when they open the door, and it's like this whole just white matte place.
Yep.
So it's kind of like that, and there's like this door, basically, kind of like not as cool looking, but it's like just a regular like house door. And then I just open it, and then everything turns black. And then I just kind of walk around. And I mean, to this point, I'm like, God damn it, you know, it's happening again. And then I hear a voice of this girl. I don't know what she's saying. It's always just kind of like, you remember like Kingdom Hearts when they like speak, and it's like this like echoey like sort of voice when
Sounds
they
like
speak.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that, and I can recognize that it's a girl's voice. And then I'm just kind of walking around, and then I see like this little light. I know it sounds like I'm gonna die, but I'm not. I swear I'm alive. And I'm kind of like, okay, you know, I already know what to do. I need to walk to the light. So I walk to the light, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is about to fucking happen. So once I walk to the light, then I see like what is it called, silhouette, right, of a person, and it's of a girl with just long hair. And she's just kind of standing there, and I'm like, oh, fuck me. So I walk towards it, and like not even halfway through, she just like appears right in front of me. And then everything goes white again, and I'm like in this kind of like floaty state. And I can never see her face. It's always like, kind of like, you know, like those anime shadow things where you can't see the eyes, basically. It's kind of like that. And I can see her mouth move, and she's saying something, but I can never figure out something. I think it was like a couple times I was able to make out the words that I like never forget. It's like save, and then word, save, and then that's all it says. And then she has like really
Save
long.
your games.
Yeah, save my friend. I was playing Bloodborne, for God's sake. But and then it just says save, and then end. I don't know if it's me or some other person.
Save Max. Yeah.
Save Max. Save Maxwell Carlisle. But yeah, and she has like long black hair and just this like white dress, and isn't wearing like shoes and shit. It's kind of weird. I know, super trashy woman, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sounds like
but and
Christian Mingle.
And then I was like, you know, I don't know what she's saying. And then once I ask, like, wait, who are you? I wake up, and then I still have that like vivid image of it, and it happens, as I told you, like twice a year, 3 times a year, sometimes more. Is I'll have it, and then sometimes I can make out what she's saying, sometimes I can't. So far, it's always saved something, and then one time it was like find something, and I don't know what the fuck that is. So.
Damn.
I'm not the dream master, so I was like,
chosen one.
Dude. One time I was like so heavily into that dream, trying to figure out what the fuck it was, that I was like, maybe I have to find someone that looks like that. And I was like, maybe something will happen. I don't know, but I never found the person that has the long black hair that looks like that. So it's like, yeah. Other dreams. Do you remember?
I remember one that happens every now and then. It always involves a guy. Have you guys ever seen Hostel?
Fuck. Don't. No.
Yeah.
God, Javier.
You know
stop!
the tune the guy whistles, like the he whistles. Yeah, that's what he whistles. So picture that, just a whistle, just the tone of that, right? And I remember I watched this movie like years ago. I was probably like a little kid.
It was fucking horrifying.
So, pretty much.
Sorry, you got me spooked.
I always remember. This is how it's always me waking up because my mom is tugging on me, and like my mom's hair, like it's not combed or anything, so her hair is wild. It looks like a lion's mane, but it's just like untangled, so it looks scary as shit to me. So it's always me, and it's always nighttime, but there's like the moonlight is shining through my windows, and this is in my house in Mexico, and our window panes are like blue, like a dark blue, so whenever light shines through it, it's always like light blue.
Yeah.
So that's like to her face, that's what it hits, and that's the first thing I see is her face.
God.
And like her like really fucking scared, like her eyes are wide open, like it's just big ass big ass eyeballs. And
big white balls.
Big white balls. You should know. No, but that's she's tugging on my arm.
Turned into testicles.
She's tugging on my arm, and at this point, when I was having the dream, my brother was a baby, and she was like, get your brothers right now. So I always remember, like, my youngest brother is like his crib is right next to me, and then I go over there to reach in, and he's not there. All I see that's there is just like red stains, but they're not blood.
Oh.
For some reason, it's just red stains. And then I see on the walls, there's just red stains everywhere. So, like, the first part of the dream is always the same.
You know it's not blood.
I know that's what I keep saying to myself, it's not blood.
Okay.
Because it doesn't look like blood, but it looks like blood. And in the dream, it's always a foreshadowing of blood. And the dream is always reoccurring, and it's kind of like a video game. Like, I can choose to do certain things, and
But every
different
time
things
you're
happen.
woken up the exact same way.
I always wake up the same way, and it's kind of like a game because that's how it's just in my mind it plays, and this is like a reoccurring dream. I don't have it as often, but I do remember when I did have it. I always remember like what I did before, so I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna do something else, you know. So for the first time, it would be like, okay, I gotta find my baby brother, and finding him, it would be following the stains along the walls. And then usually I would find him, like, he'd be naked. Like, you know how, like, newborn babies are, like, all wet. Their skin is, like, very purple.
Yeah.
That's how I always find him. Like, he was, like, a year old.
How old? What, Caesar?
No, my youngest brother.
Oh, okay.
Like, when he was a baby. But I always find him newborn. And, like, he's filled with, like, blood that's all around him.
Mm-hmm.
And I always see him. So I always pick him up. I grab a blanket. And his age never stays the same. Sometimes when I would look at him, he is, like, a year old. Sometimes he is 6 months old. Like, different, like, he never stays the same.
Tell that he's like...
He never stays the same. That's just the weird part of the dream. It's just he never stays the same age, but he's always a child.
Yeah.
Even to this day, he's always a child. And then the next thing is like, all right, I found him. I need to find my brother, Caesar. And at this point, he's probably like 6 or 7 years old. So finding him is always he's outside, and he's just running around playing like nothing's going on. And keep in mind, it's the middle of the night, and he's just playing around. And I find him. I like, get your ass over here, and like they follow me back into the house. And then I find my mom, and she's just staring out the window where she tugged on me to go look for my brothers. And she's wearing like a nightgown.
Chilling.
She's wearing like
I just got chills.
she's wearing a nightgown, and like it's white. It's like very old, very washed up. And again, her hair is wild. Her eyes wide open, and she's just staring outside. And then when I come back, and I have my baby brother in my arms. And then I have my other brother being like, where are we going? Why are we here? What's mom doing? It's like, he just asked me a bunch of questions. Like,
Yeah, it's like, do you ever notice in dreams there's like people, everyone's fucking insane except you, pretty much? Like, no one, yeah.
Yeah, my baby brother, he's
Yeah,
quiet
right.
as fuck. Like, he's quiet as fuck, but I can tell, like, he's screaming, but he's not making a sound. That's the thing. So if I look at him, I always just see him just, like, crawl like this, crying. And if I look at my brother, he's always just, like, looking around and asking a bunch of questions. Like, he'll be like, why is there blood stains? You know, why is Oscar crying and all that stuff? And there I see my mom, and she's just staring out the window, and then she kind of, like, turns
God
around.
damn it, get to
and
the
looks-
fucking climax. I'm
So
scared.
this is, like, the first part of the story. Like, this is a long dream.
Oh, shit, okay. Well,
But I'm just telling you really quick the little stuff. So she turns around, stares at me, and then she's all like, "Did you find him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I found him.
Jesus
They're here." And then she's like, "Good." And then like she turns around and her whole body is filled with blood. Like her nightgown
So now you know it's
is blood. And then I'm like, it's dripping. And like I'm like, "Mom, what's going on?"
Oh,
And she's all like,
shit.
"You need to hide right now. It's about to happen."
Yo.
And I'm like, "What's about to happen? Where's Dad?" And at this point, like, when I'm living in Mexico, my dad's working, and he comes back when the season's off. So, but at this point in the dream, he's not here. And my mom's all like, hide, it's about to happen. But she won't answer my question. Then all of a sudden, like that, the room changed from being my bedroom to being like this cave-like thing, like medieval shit. Like there's
Just a
chains
fucking blood one,
onto the
dude.
wall.
Holy
And my
shit.
mom is chained, and she's still wearing that nightgown, and her hair is still like untamed, like uncombed, and it looks just wild. And then that's when I hear the whistle, like the dun 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 dun. Like if you just look up Hostel and just look up the whistle guy, like that's the team, that's the theme. And I never see the guy's face. I never see his body. I just see the shadows of tools, knives, all that stuff. And it's just the room is lit by like a torch.
Hey, quick question. Is Hostel a horror movie? Is
Yeah,
that what it is?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Like,
It's
worse
really-
than Saw.
it's really fucked up.
Okay.
So
it's like it actually
it's
happens.
the movie is like it's a dark shit. But anyways, so there I am, and I'm still carrying my brother, and my brother Caesar is just terrified as to why my mom is chained up, and there's nothing I can do in this dream. I've tried it before to run and get my mom, but I can never force myself to move. My body is cold as ice. I cannot move. and my mom is chained, and I see this guy, ripping through her flesh, cutting her arms, like dismembering her, all this stuff. And the entire time, my mom is staring right at me, and she's not saying anything, but I can tell she's saying, "What are you doing? You need to run now." And then like that, it turns into me running in the hallway, and I'm carrying my baby brother, and my brother Caesar is just like saying, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" And then I hear the whistle again in this hallway that never fucking ends, and then it turns to like my brother Caesar trips, and like the guy is getting closer to him. And I remember I always go, fuck, what do I do? Do I run, save my youngest brother, or do I go back and risk getting caught? And this is like the part where I say it's like a game. Sometimes I leave my middle brother. Sometimes I save him.
Oh, yeah? Alright, yeah, hardcore.
If I leave him, eventually it turns to him getting captured, him crying, screaming for help. But I just run away. And then I run away until like I'm out of town. I'm out in the woods. And then my brother ages to like a toddler. And I tell him, run, I'm going to buy you some time. And the next thing I know is like I turn around and I can see my house in the distance. And then I walk towards it, and that's where the dream ends.
Shit.
What
What
happens
happens
if you save him?
If I go back to my brother, what happens is pretty much similar. Only that I go back, and for some reason whenever I approach him, like if I don't go to him, it seems like the guy's about to get him, like he's inches away. But if I run to him, it's like a shadow that just disappears, but you can hear him like he's coming from the distance. So it's all like, get your ass up right now, and I give him my baby brother, and I'm like, you save him with your fucking life. Dude. Like if the time comes, you have to give your life for him. You fucking do it, no hesitation. That's what I'm doing for you right now.
I mean, you might box a dude, right?
Yeah.
you might fuck him up, man. You might.
Again, he starts crying, and then he like runs off, and then that's like the worst part.
He runs off by himself.
No, he runs off with my baby brother.
Okay.
And like he's running outside of the town to where I go with my youngest brother.
Okay.
And then it turns to me just walking in the hallway, and then hearing the tune again picking up. So that to me is always, and then I hear my dad and my mom, and then I don't really see them.
So if you save him, they do what you would have done, which is run out. Probably go back to your house. Or whatever.
And my brother would come back for me. Like this whole thing is about getting away from the house. It's there's no end, because no matter what I do, it's either I save my youngest and I keep him away from the town, and in this stream, if he's out of the town, it's like you won this, you saved his life is spared. You go back and you try to save the rest of your family.
Untold Dawn shit. Dude. Like,
oh, dude, yeah.
But then if it comes to if I go back to my youngest brother, then it just goes back to me going back to that cave where my mom is, and then my dad is like inside a cauldron, and only half his body's in there, and he's like when like in Dragon Ball Z where Goku and Gohan take a bath. That's basically what it is. Only that he's like laying there, like being cooked alive, like he's dead, and then my mom is still being dismembered. And that's where it ends.
So if you ever hear the tune like IRL, do you freak the fuck out?
I haven't watched the movie in years.
If I just like whistle it when you're
that would freak me out, because the movie itself is very freaky. The nightmare, it doesn't happen as often, but every time it has happened, like I said, I try something different. Either I save my brother, or I go back to my youngest brother. I go back to my middle brother, and I hand him my youngest brother and tell him to get the fuck out of here. And then I'm trying to save my mom.
God damn, that was fucking interesting as shit. You see, guys, I brought topics and goddamn.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's because sometimes my mom, like in real life, would wake me up and she wouldn't have her hair combed, so it looks fucking scary as shit.
Yeah.
And then it's also combined with the movie Hostel, which also like freaked me the fuck out.
Dude, Hostel. I watched Hostel 3, just the first fucking 15 minutes of it.
It's fucking freaky
and
as
it's
shit.
Fucked up. Like, and that was not even that long
like
ago.
The worst part is like it's after you watch the movie, it's like it can be so realistic too.
Because
like,
it's
so
like
easy.
I guarantee you, people are doing that in real life.
Yeah, probably. I think that's what the director said. Like he found this in the dark web. Like people are doing this.
Yeah.
So that's where he got the idea to make the movie.
You know that whole dark web theory where people are like watching shows online of other people getting tortured?
Yeah.
That's what Hostel is.
Hostel is you pay a lot of money for these guys to kidnap people, and then they take you to a secluded area in which no one will hear you, no one will even get close to the building, and you can do whatever you want. And in the movie Hostel, the guy who's singing the tune is this one dude who wanted to be a surgeon, right? That's what he wanted to
The
be.
main character.
No, like the guy who sings the tune.
He's
guy,
young, right?
No, well, no, I'm not talking about the I'm not talking about the young characters.
Guy
I'm talking about the one who's killing, like who kidnapped the friend.
The one with glasses?
Yeah, the old guy.
No, I don't know. I just.
Well, that's the
I know what
first
he looks
movie.
like. I just don't.
That's the first movie, and he wanted to be a surgeon, but because his hands trembled too much, they would never give him a license. So he instead pays this organization to get him people, and then he performs surgeries like on them, and obviously like they fucking die.
Oh, what a guy! He loves his
They
craft
fucking
so
die.
much.
So that's what he does. Like
Invests.
it's a very fucked up, and he sings that tune.
Okay.
And it's fucked
get
up.
you.
The movie itself is fucked. There's a lot of fucked up scenes in it.
I've had a D&D fucking Until Dawn dream, I guess, that I could
But
choose
yeah,
options
I don't. It's
before.
it's
So I
it's-
understand how
Yeah,
that
it's the
is.
same shit as like my mom wakes me up. I have to find my brothers, and then I choose which one of the two I'm gonna save. But after that, there's like nothing else happens. Like no matter what, it's like I wake up either. If I save my youngest
You ever
brother, I
try
never
to
go
fight
back to the
the dude?
house.
You
I've
try-
never seen him.
I know,
I
but
can't- I
like,
can't
you ever
see him.
just rush through the
That's,
fucker.
I
that's
can't-
probably
hands?
one of the most
The
terrifying
first thing is like I'm cold as ice. Like it's as if somebody's grabbing me, and I can't move to save my
yeah.
mom. And then when it comes to my middle brother, it's like as soon as I approach him, it's like as if the guy is moved back to buy me some time to get my brother to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then whenever he leaves and I go back to try to approach him, it just takes me back to the cave where my mom is. Only that my dad's in there too.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a loop. Like it's no matter which decision I choose, like I never advance.
Have you ever had dreams like, where you're a kid again?
Well, dude, I guess
Sometimes. I mean, nightmares, not really, but dreams, yeah.
I have one kind of like Javier's choices, shit like that. But basically also to tie into the kid one, it also reminded me. But it's the kind of like, it's not one that I get a lot. It's maybe like once a year-ish, if that. But it's basically like, it's me and myself. So it's like two of me's, right? So sometimes I switch roles every so often in the dream. So in the first one, it's like, it's really weird because it takes place in so many different places, but it's always kind of like the same concept. Sometimes it's like a warehouse. Sometimes it's like my brother's house. Sometimes it's my parents'. But basically, can you stop fucking doing that? But so one of them is it's kind of like Javier's thing. Is like I don't see it, but I can hear it, and I see like a shadow-ish thing. So I'm like running and I'm like jumping up. This one's the warehouse one, which I remember the most vividly. But I'm running, I'm jumping like over boxes and like pallets, shit like that. This is when I was like in high school.
Oh God, dude, you just reminded me of a dream I had last
So like I was running, jumping, Super Mario shit, and then like I'm running, and in a dream, if you're aware like it's a dream, you can at least have like some
you
more
know some
ability.
shit, yeah.
So I was like I can't parkour over shit, but in this I was like running like my life depended on it, trying to find the exit of the warehouse. And then, like, I could feel that there's something getting closer and closer, and all I could hear is, like, I'm almost there, you better start running faster. And then I remember, basically the one is I keep running until I wake up, and until I force myself to wake up. And then if I don't do that and I turn around, I looked, and it's, like, me, basically, like, staring at myself, and... Well, I talked about this
you're not
shit.
supposed to see yourself in your dreams.
Yeah, I saw myself, and it was basically me with like instead of the whites in my eyes, it was black, and with like glowing yellow eyes, and basically he just like had like fangs and shit, and just grabbed me, and what that dream is I die, is then he kills me by sticking his hand through my fucking neck, and then I wake up, and then. There's another one that takes place into my parents' house, but this time I'm not running away. Is I'm the person that's killing my family. It's really fucked up. So basically, this is where it kind of switches. So I'm like killing family members and laughing while doing, and then I like snap and switch into my normal self as I'm watching myself kill, my family members. So then I go after and try to chase it, but I usually always get like overpowered and I just die. And then there's a third one, which I talked about last year, which was at my brother's house, and I was running, and his house is smaller than mine. And I'm like running around and I'm like, he's fucking here. I know he's here. And then my brother's like, who are you looking for? And then I opened the door and I was like, I'm looking for myself. And then like I just see myself like pretty much like face to face, right? So like I open my door and I'm like just standing right there. And then his eyes just slowly turn black and he smiles. And then he just grabs me through the neck and I die and I wake up. But I mean, I don't have as many options as Javier. It's really just run away or die. Like it's really it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever died. It just goes like.
I do have one.
Never escape.
That was the most
the
recent
fear is really
one.
real.
And
Yeah, I mean, just telling it, like my feet just went cold. Just, I remember the feeling. It's always ice cold. I can't move.
Like
the before I forget, but the last one that was the most recent. It was like right before I moved. I had it one more time, and I think I was at my parents' house in Mexico, and then my middle brother was like, "You know he's here," and I was like, "I know," and he's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And I was like, if you fight him, you die. If you run away, you know, you're still gonna die eventually. And then I was like, I'll accept it, you know. I was like, I'll let him come in here. And then he's like, what do you mean? He's already here. And then I stare at myself in the mirror, and my eye slowly turns black, and my eyes turn like yellow. And then I just smile, and I wake up, and that's pretty much it. So I don't know what the fuck that is. It's not as, I guess, crazy as Javier's, but it always has to do with
I got
myself.
one.
Yeah.
That
Fuck it, man.
you-
This is a special
you
to the
talking-
2018
I know,
fucking
I know, but
podcast.
I'm
You can
looking
go
at
ahead,
it. I'm
man.
looking at it because I don't know if I want to say it because like I just had a conversation with my brother about it.
These are all-
he thinks it's fucked up.
These are all dreams. These are not real. These are not reality. This does not represent of how we actually are.
Okay.
You know, this is just us and our experience with dreams.
Yeah.
So
I don't want another one of these. I've had two so far. They're different. Both of them are different. But my brother Parker, I just had a conversation with him before I went to the UK about it because we were staying up one night and his girlfriend Vanessa went to bed and I had it that morning, the day that he didn't have work and we were gonna just play Horde and like multiplayer all night. And we were playing Horde with these guys, so it was really chill, laid back, and Vanessa went to bed, and it was around like 1:30 a.m., and I waited until Vanessa was like, I waited longer after she went to bed, you know, because people like on their phones, and I assumed that she was on her phone, and then I was like giving nap time because that was how like serious I was, because I didn't want, but like, to the 8 listeners here, but like, so
8, you mean 6?
So my brother, the dreams start off the same. My brother and I, when we were in high school, like back when you guys back when he was in high school actually, the dream starts with my brother is like significantly older. Mm-hmm. He's somewhere in his 30s, and I'm also older. I'm probably like 28.
Okay.
And back in high school, what my brother and I would do is we would like go up to his room, which was the attic at the time, my sister's room, and we'd play like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, or we'd watch a movie, right?
Shit,
yeah, and so that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
In the dream, I'm always wearing a white coat, like not like a lab coat, not like a lab coat.
Like a winter
I'm
coat?
wearing, like a white winter coat, and my brother, he has like darkened, like he looks like he hasn't slept in weeks, you know, and
like me,
yeah, like you. Okay, so my brother's not into whatever we're watching at all, because when I look at the TV, there's nothing on, at all. It's just us looking at our own reflections, and I hear a clock. That's all I hear. Those, you know, like that really quiet ticking of a clock. So, the first dream was less worse than the second dream. So, but I was talking to him. I brought it up. I didn't bring up the first one to him because it was like, oh, that was a fucking weird dream. And the second one was the one that I brought to him because it was fucked up. So I'll tell you guys the second one because it's much worse than the first one. And I'll just tell you what the first one was after. But the second dream, which was I woke up into it, and for the first time in a dream, I felt familiarity. This has happened before. My brother and I have been in this position. We've watched multiple movies here or whatever. Yeah. But when I looked at him, he was a lot older, and his hair was a lot shorter. And my hair was, like, almost shaved. And I had, like, my eyes were down, like kind of not baggy as they were. Like right now, my eyes look like they have black rings around them. In this dream, when I look at myself through the TV, I can't really see. I can't really see myself. I just know I don't have hair.
Right.
Like I'm not bald or anything, but I'm shaved.
Okay.
So I'm wearing a white coat. I have a shaved head pretty much, and my brother, all he does is he gets up, and he gave me a revolver. He gives me. Oh, damn, it's gonna be a long podcast, but I'll shorten this.
No, I was
gives.
just checking to see if you're getting picked up by the mic.
Oh, okay. So he
No, you're
gives.
fine. I don't give a fuck. I'll upload it.
He gives me a revolver, and he says, he doesn't say anything. He looks at me, opens his mouth like he's gonna say something. This happened the last dream too, but my brother never speaks in these dreams. Opens his mouth, looks at me, and from what I understand is I have to wait.
Okay.
So I'm up in the attic. I'm waiting, and this is the fucked up part. My brother. As soon as I look at the gun, after I looked at my brother and he said wait, I look back at the gun. My brother's gone, right? I'm just thinking, okay. And I remember in the dream feeling the gun. I remember opening it. I remember the coldness that it had on it. I remember shutting it. I remember checking it had 6 bullets in it, and I put it in my coat. And I go back over to the couch and I sit down and I'm waiting.
Okay.
And I look at the TV, and my brother he's standing in the corner. Of like when you look through a TV and you see somebody standing there.
Oh, Jesus.
So my heart starts pounding. I'm like, oh shit.
Wait, inside of the TV?
No, like, not inside, but like I can see from the reflection of the TV he's there.
Oh, in the back.
So
part. Okay.
yeah, so my heart starts pounding. Like, oh my fucking god. So I reach for the gun, right? And then my brother, like right before I could pull it out and point it at him, I noticed like it's my brother, but my brother's holding a newborn child.
Okay.
And it's in white baby cloth, right?
Okay.
And he hands it to me, right? I put the gun back in my pocket,
Right.
and he hands me this baby, and he says nothing. He opens his mouth again, and he nods, and he leaves.
Okay.
He goes down the stairs, walks calmly, right? And in the dream, I grab the revolver, and the baby's crying.
Damn.
My heart's pounding.
Damn.
The baby gets louder.
Damn.
The baby gets louder.
Damn.
My chest is throbbing out of my like crazy, you know. I hear someone talking downstairs, like they're coming up. Baby's screaming. My instant reaction as soon as I heard that, boom. Okay, no more screaming.
No more baby.
No more baby. No, but like the screaming's gone. The screaming's gone. Its face is stuck.
Okay.
In that, like, it's open. Rigor mortis sets in faster than I can do anything.
Okay.
And I'm there with a baby. And 2 strangers come up the stairs. I put the revolver. I put the revolver in my pocket. I fucking put the blanket, like, it was in a white, like, baby blanket straight from a hospital. I put it over its head, and the blood is, like, starting to leak. And so I put it, like, on my coat, my white coat. I put the head underneath of it. And I'm just holding it like this. These 2 people come up and they say, "Hey, Matt, dude, is that a baby? Is that?" I'm just like, "Get the fuck downstairs, guys." Shh. Like I just go like that, you know. Like I'm just going shh, and then they go downstairs. So I'm freaking out at this point, but my heart's not pounding anymore. And all I'm thinking is, where's my brother? Why did he give me this baby? What the fuck is going on, right? And I'm like, I'm going to prison. Like I can't get away with this, right? I have evidence all over me. Like I'm fucking done, and I have no idea why I did it, because that's not in my nature at all to do this shit. And I go downstairs. House is totally different.
I believe you.
Yeah, no. My house is totally different, and so I go outside. And there's this huge yard, massive, as if it was like, you ever seen like Wolf of Wall Street? Motherfucker owns like 40 acres, open land.
I mean, you do own this town, baby.
Shut up, no. But like, okay, there's open grassland. There's a white table and 2 white chairs, and I'm sitting on one of the chairs. This isn't in the grass. There's like a stone patch thing outside the house that I'm sitting at now. I walked all the way outside just to be confused and sit down at this table with this fucking baby that's bleeding all over me. And I thought, I'm fucking hungry. So I go back into the house and I make myself a sandwich.
I
right?
knew it. I fucking
Right?
knew it. I was like,
Yeah.
is this a turkey sandwich?
No, I make myself a sandwich. I'm holding this dead baby the entire time. And I go back outside and I set the sandwich down in front of me. And the two people who came upstairs and said, "Hey, Max had a baby." I told them to be quiet. They're coming across the field. At this point, I look at the baby, and it's purple, completely purple. There's blood all over. I can't even fucking recognize that it's a kid anymore, and it's just like a mess, And so I set the baby on the table. Like, I set it on the table, and I fucking just pick up my sandwich like I'm gonna eat it, Like, I just don't know what the fuck to do. So I
read the sandwich.
Yeah, I was really hungry, and I was starting I was trying to eat, right? And these two people coming over.
Fuck this dead baby.
Yeah, these two people are walking closer, right? And I don't even care anymore. The baby is just fucking right there. It's like I'm going to prison. They can fucking walk over and they'll be freaking out. And so I'm eating my sandwich. I set my sandwich down, and I have a thought. I could just kill them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But right as soon as I touched my hand in my pocket, my brother comes over out of fucking nowhere, and he exchanges the baby with something else inside of it. Like, it was like I don't know.
Inside
it was like
the blanket?
Yeah, inside the blanket. He exchanged the baby inside the blanket with something else. Looks at me, and he just nods, and then he leaves. And I look at my jacket. There's no revolver.
Okay.
Okay. I look in. No blood. Just my fucking sandwich sitting on a table. Something else inside there. And the people like saw my brother walk by and they look at him and they're like, "Hey, wait!" And my brother doesn't fucking stop. They look down at the baby cloth. There's nothing in there. And my massive relief poured over me. I woke up. I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but I remembered one night before that I had a dream that was much shorter. All it was...
Was this the first one?
Yeah, the first one, all it was my brother and I were sitting on the couch. Same thing.
Right.
My head was shaved. I was wearing a white coat. My brother got up. He looked very tired. He came back.
Man.
Yeah, he came back. There was a 14-year-old kid he duct taped and tied in front of me, and he gave me a knife.
Shit.
Right?
Shit, man.
Right?
I like how Javier's are like him saving his family, and then we're like, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah. No, like that was the fucking dream. And
I got a question, Max. You
What?
said that you're not supposed to see yourself in a dream. What was that about?
seeing myself.
No, when I was telling mine,
not
you're like, oh
supposed to?
fuck, you're not supposed to. Whatever was that all about?
You have to look it up. I can't give you these specifics.
Yeah, fuck you. I ain't looking up no fucking spooky shit.
No, you
Like,
have to.
No, I live here by myself.
There's two things you're not supposed to see, and I think it's yourself. And the other one is a woman in a cornfield in a white dress.
Oh man.
Like that's I think, and that's in real life too though. If you see a woman in a cornfield wearing a white wedding dress, that means you're gonna die soon.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
In a cornfield?
Yeah.
Well, she's not in a cornfield, so we're all good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've had this dream since I was like 9, so I'm still alive.
Yeah, you're
I've
fine.
cheated death, boy.
Well, I don't know what the same. Seeing yourself might not be you're gonna die. Seeing yourself might be something else.
Probably. I mean, I'm fucking going crazy.
But the dream with when my brother handed me the knife.
Yeah, no, dude, these are actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah, that one. The problem with that one was the same thing happened. Is my heart started pounding.
I have to like jerk off to like some
No,
fucking porn
yeah.
after this. Like I'm fucking scared, dude. Like I need to set my mind at ease with just two thoughts slobbing on a knob like corn on the motherfucking cob.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. Fuck,
But
why the fuck did I bring up
it
sleep
ended-
paralysis?
Dude, it ended the same way though. Like I was freaking out. Like
I don't think I want to look this up of seeing yourself in a dream. I feel like this might just trigger more shit.
I'll do it.
Fuck you.
What do you mean? Just seeing you fucking know.
I don't want to. It's me. Like it's not you. You looked at your reflection in the TV.
I've only seen myself like really old, which means that might not be me.
No. No, I see myself like recent most of the time.
And I know why. I was having those dreams.
Why?
Because after I talked to my brother about it, because for
Is
like
he having a kid?
no, for like the past 2 or 3 years, well, maybe not that long.
Has he been
Maybe
collecting
it's only been like a
revolvers?
year, maybe a year and a half. But he.
Is this the end of the podcast? I'm pretty damn spooked right now.
Like, quick question. After this ends, you guys still want to hang out for a bit? Just 'cause
Yeah.
I'm scared. Okay.
As long as I can have another Jew.
I don't give a fuck. Dude, please, God, take those home. You're so disgusting. But, dude, I have so many fucking dreams of shit. Like, it's just always... It's always the same theme. It's always me. Oh, fuck. There's this one that I had, like... Motherfucker. It was... Last week, Wednesday. Did we hang out last week, Wednesday? Was that when we went to watch... whatever movie?
What was that? I think that was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so it was last week Wednesday, because I don't work Wednesdays. And, dude, I swear to fucking God, every time I fall asleep in that fucking couch, like, that's always when I just get these fucked dreams. Like, it's just weird. But every time I sleep here, it's like a 50-50 chance of fuck dreams. Maybe it's just because I'm, like, more out in the open, more susceptible to noise and shit like that. But it's always, like, every time I'm on the couch... Like, sometimes, this is why I play music so fucking loud. Like, I blast it. Max fucking knows. But when I go to sleep, I have that on. Like, I have YouTube playing, and it's playing, like, trap music
Really?
and shit. Yeah. Because this soothes me, like, having just noise going on, because Tim's bitch ass doesn't want to live with me. So, there's this dream, and it was, like, the middle of the night, and I was back in California.
So the problem with talking about dreams is we fucking... Like, we shut it out. Like, I wouldn't have remembered that one at all ever again.
If I wouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, if you hadn't have brought up some of the stuff. Because Javier brought up scary dreams, and then that heart-pounding cold sensation that you get, like, that brought forth...
Yeah, it's all Javier's fault.
No, because like...
Yeah, no, the fact that he said it reminded me of mine that I try to not talk about. And then what I said reminded you of yours. So it's like...
Yeah, and I'm remembering one I had last week now, and it's not good either, so...
let me continue.
Maybe the good dreams, guys!
So yeah, I fucked, my aunt, and then
oh God.
No, I'm just kidding. But I was in California, and this was like in the middle of the night, and I know specifically where this place was, and it's this road by like my cousin's house, and it's this place called the. You guys ever want to go ghost hunting, like, and just want to fucking have a terrible time? We'll fucking go where I used to live.
I'd rather not.
Like, there's a giant fucking gate which you can open easily. Like, they lock that shit, but like people just broke the locks all the fucking times. You go in there, it's just like the longest just fucking road to it. Legit terrifying to even look at during the day. And then it's just this giant sugar factory. The doors are open. You can go inside there. I never fucking went inside there. My cousins always wanted to go. I was like, man, fuck you,
oh,
gay
dude, I
faggots.
would totally go in there.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, I totally
Fuck
do
that shit.
Dude, I bet there's crackheads living in there.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, there is. And that place is
Yeah.
heavily ruled with gang members.
Prime.
So it's like, you will either die by that or by like some fucking... Well, actually, no, they stay away from it just because it's haunted or whatever. But anyways, that's besides the point. But it's in that general place, and you can see it like in the distance because this is where my cousins live.
That got me really excited. I kind of do want to go.
No, fuck yeah. I'm sorry about that. So I'm just kind of there talking to my cousins, and then these guys roll up, and I know who they are. There's these guys that I fucking hated in middle school. They're complete pieces of shit. Always beat the shit out of me and were assholes. So they came up, and I'm 21 at my normal age, and they're also like current age. And then he's like, "What's up, man?" And he's about to like put a shoulder on my hand, and I slap it away, and I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me." And I was like completely aware. I was like, "I hate these people." And then he's like, "Don't fucking touch me." He's like, "What do you mean, man? We were always friends." I was like, come on, dude. You're like, come on, give me a hug. And I just punched him in the fucking face. And then like everyone was like, "Whoa, oh shit!" And then I just jump on this fucking guy and just start beating the shit out of him. Like I break his nose, and like just start brutally like just like punching him. And I could feel myself smiling and like laughing at the whole time. And then I just like, I heard my own voice just screaming stop and just being like, "You can't do this, this isn't right, this isn't who you are." And then I just like stood up and felt like I was being pulled away, and I was like, "No, I want to beat the shit out of him more," and I got pulled back by myself again, and it was like, "You can't do that, that's not right." And he's like, "You gotta learn to let that go." And I was like, "I fucking hate these dudes." And I just go and fucking punch him one more time. And then I get pulled back. And he's like, "Dude, stop. Like, you're becoming what you don't want to become." And then I woke up in like cold sweat. And I was like, "Why is this happening?" Dude. Yeah, my dreams are always revolve around this kind of the same shit. So, yeah, man. Do you guys ever have wet dreams?
Haven't had one since I was like 14.
Ah, dude, those are the best when you're like really, really young and you're just like. dreaming of
Okay,
fucking
okay, all right,
pussy.
here we go. All right, no. Hear that?
Thanks for tuning into the podcast.
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in
all right.
this week.
I think we should really wind it down here. Let's end on a positive note. You guys got any positive?
Did
notes?
you know that there are forms of cancer that die
Okay, Jesus
with
Christ.
other forms of cancer? So technically, 2 negatives equal positive.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
So basically, if you have
That's pretty
cancer,
interesting to
get
know.
extra cancer. Therefore, no cancer.
Okay.
All right, I think
You
honestly,
got any-
we should sponsor
Yeah, because it clearly
my
was.
bank account.
Okay, you got anything positive to add?
Yeah. I'm very excited to go.
Yeah, can you also lean in, please?
I'm very excited to go to Mexico in a couple of weeks. So,
Yes, if you fans want to meet up with them.
so I won't be here for 2 kick of the weeks. I'm sorry. I know how much.
So, anyways, yeah, we. I
Pop, pop.
have a plan though. I might have Tim on one, and I might have Max co-host the other. If that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I might come home.
All right. Well, yeah. Anyways, I need
Never
a co-host.
eat the pussy dry, guys.
I don't want to do it by myself because I'll just talk about some.
Sounds very mundane.
Yeah. Hold on.
Bring Bobby to one of these.
That's the end of the podcast, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, talk about your dreams. Don't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
give us a story of one of your most terrifying nightmares.
Yeah. DM them to Javier.
DM them to me.
Just comment them
Link,
on the goddamn.
link
Oh,
in the
no one knows
description.
the DMs.
Merch link in bio. I reached 800 subs. Fuck you.
Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
The Keck of the Week, boys.